Hello, hello. Thank you for coming by. We have a very special stream today or tonight, I should say. Kind of spontaneous. We weren't really planning this at the start of the day, but you know what? It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun. We're gonna be doing a tier list. We're gonna be doing a tier list today of all of the POIs in Apex Legends. Every single one. Every single one. I am joined today by Jayhawk and Jumba to help me out with trying to grade all of these POIs because, man, there's a lot of them. How you guys doing?
I'm doing
Yo,
great. What up?
yeah, I am doing good. So we got Kings Canyon tier list or POIs on here too.
We have every single
Bro,
POI,
the
new
moment
and old.
no, yeah, the moment
I
you
was
pulled this up,
actually kidding.
I became way more
Wait,
intimidated than I initially
yeah,
was because I thought this was Stormpoint and World's Edge, and then all of a sudden you pull this
Oh
up and I
no.
see like Airbase and Energy Depot, the first two, and I was like, oh,
yeah,
okay.
I was kidding. I promise you, I have zero knowledge of Broken Moon. I have probably played like 10 Broken Moon games because I just can't with
Okay,
that map.
so in saying this isn't just going to be like a competitive viability tier list. So we can kind
Okay.
of rate them on whatever we personally feel is best, like how fun they are to play in, how like balanced they are, how competitively viable they are, whatever you want to use as your basis. Go right ahead. We're just gonna kind of go one by one. Do we want to go like in order, or do we want to kind of go back and forth with whichever ones we want to go through? What do you guys think?
I think like would it not? I think it's just easiest to go with like the order that it's there. Just go
Yeah,
knock them down
honestly.
one at a time. But
I
I
will
swear
say
I will have no Broken Moon input.
Yeah,
Okay.
I will
I
say
will.
for any map that's not World's Edge or Storm Point, like this, I will not be grading it on anything related to competitive for the most part
Don't
because
blame you.
I don't know. Like I don't really pay attention to those maps enough to really know if TSM thinks that this map, this POI is good or not. Like
Yeah,
so
Jayhawk's extent of knowledge on POIs is does Raven say this is a good POI?
exactly.
He
Yeah,
checks phony
I watch
stream to see if he
coaches.
says it's dog shit. That's it.
Yeah, I watch coaches tier list, and then like I go in the occasional pros chat and be like, "Yo, Fish Farms is good or not?" Yeah, that's my thoughts right there.
Apparently not good
And then
enough. Given.
I just wait for a Jayhawk video to drop on a team that drops at that POI, and I'm like, oh, okay, so it must be good,
Yeah.
or bad, depending. Which
Okay.
the Kings
That's
Canyon
fair.
ones, I'll try to remember some old back in the day
Yeah.
Apex comp stuff, like
Yeah.
again Airbase. I'm pretty sure actually this is the number one there. Like that was I'm pretty sure CLG's drop, and they were
Yeah.
terrible. So
Well, was it because of the POI though? We got to keep that in mind when we're talking about this. We got to remember that.
no.
Now, also in saying that, I do want to say because we are live, I am recording this today, so there's no notifications or subscriber or followers popping up. So I will at the end of this, I'll try and get back to all of them. So for anyone doing that, I will say something. But for now, we're gonna just focus on the recorded bit. I do have Apex Legends status up, so we will be able to
Yeah.
look at the maps, the spots themselves as we go along.
Okay, that's good. That's good.
I can also like pull up zone names and everything, so it should be nice and easy. All right, I guess
That
we
will
should
help.
just start. I guess we should just
Yeah.
start. First and foremost, Airbase. How do we feel about Airbase?
Oh, you know what? No, CLG didn't drop airbase. CLG dropped artillery.
They did.
Airbase
They
was
did
kind
drop
of like
artillery.
airbase was kind of like early day Kings Canyon ranked. Like that was a go to drop spot. Like those 3 pills on the dock always had high tier loot. Did they not? On the I can't show it with my mouse. I'm trying to. But I remember
Here,
them not
I'll use my
speaking
mouse. I'll use
myself.
my mouse. Like right around
The
the
second
edges
dock,
sector.
yeah, that lower dock.
This
I
one, yeah.
remember like everyone. That's where everyone used to kind of drop for if they were contesting and such. Like that's where there was a lot of the high tier loot. You guys remember that?
Mhm.
Am I wrong?
Yeah, like you'd always land on like the platform or this little dome or circle area, donut, whatever it's
Yeah,
called. And you'd
exactly,
always like
exactly.
fight
Those
for
three
this
things.
space because there was such good stuff here. I don't know.
Such good stuff.
I love Airbase. I think it's one of the better POIs on Kings Canyon. Uh,
Well, here's the real question though with this
Yeah.
tier list though. So is it POIs based on the map, or then do we have to rank these POIs in relative to other maps? Because maybe this might be like an A tier POI for Kings Canyon,
Sure,
but
sure.
like if we compare it to
Hmm.
some of these God tier POIs on other maps, like what maybe we're knocking it down to like a C.
I'm
And
gonna
then most Kings Canyon ones probably get lowered. But go ahead, sorry.
I'm gonna say it's gonna be best of the best. So it can be any POI from any map. We're gonna grade them all together because
Altogether.
even though some are very dependent on the map, I feel like looking at them as a whole compared to how other maps may have similar ones is better because like Airbase is actually really similar to another POI. I can pull it up real quick. Airbase is very similar to a newer POI on Broken Moon over here. See the divide?
Mhm.
It's very similar in style to this, and we can still kind of debate that and kind of think about it. So we can obviously take into account like the faults of the overall maps when thinking about these POIs, but I think we should just grade them all together.
All right,
All
here's
right.
my thoughts on Airbase. I hated playing at Airbase, dude. I felt like it took forever to loot, and I felt like the only time I'd ever land there is if there was like a ton of teams at Octane, and then I would go like third party. That was like the only time that I'd ever really land there.
Oh,
I,
because
I
of the zip.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
zip line. Yeah, you just go
right.
straight from airbase over like to that respawn beacon over by Octane, and then like you could easily third. So that's the only times I ever personally would land at airbase. I otherwise never really enjoyed it. The end games I think were sometimes fun there, but yeah, like
The end games are fun.
I didn't like really. It wasn't a typical POI that me and my boys were gonna land at, honestly.
Now I
Okay.
could be wrong, but I think TSM's first ever comp Apex win in a tournament was at Airbase. When Albert Lely's got like the Mastiff and like they have Snipe Down's team, which was Reciprocity as a duo pinned on in like the little room up on kind of like the north side above the second dock where like that cliff is. I could be wrong. I don't know if that was their first win, but I think it's there. So there's some crazy history here that we might be not thinking about. They might have had a win before that, but I remember that was at X Games. So, yeah, it might have been like their second one, but one of their first wins ever came there. So that might increase it for me because I started immediately think of ALGS history. That's
Right.
pretty cool.
I wonder how many stories you're going to be bringing up over the course of like the 90 POIs we got to go through.
Yeah, I was gonna say, seeing how many POIs we got, I actually
Okay.
might try to keep it to a low so that
Okay.
we can get
Yeah.
through them.
Well,
So
okay,
why don't we
what-
just?
Yeah, let's get a grade for Airbase. I want each of you guys to pick one, and then we'll pick a consensus after that. So where are we thinking for Airbase?
I personally put like D tier. I didn't like it.
Like it, I'll go C because of the history, but we got a long list and a long list of better POIs.
Okay. I would say C2, but I would agree with like putting it at like the back end of C. How do we feel?
Yeah, I think that's where it evens out.
Okay, C. Right there. All right, next one. We're going over to Olympus with Energy Depot. Let me pull that up. Energy Depot on Olympus.
I mean, in comp, like everyone knows, that's where TSM and Oxygen decided to contest, and a lot of good teams are going to go for it. It's like a really good, like flexible POI because you have that balloon. It's got like solid loot. It's center of the map, like a lot of stuff like that. In ranked, it's always just a cluster fest, dude. Like so many teams decide to land in Energy Depot. So I think it's fun. I also don't really like a majority of like the middle POIs inside of Olympus, but I think Energy Depot is actually like kind of a solid one. So I like it.
Yeah, I think Energy Depot is the reason why I hate Olympus, and it's because, like you said, everyone either drops there or then the
Yeah.
map always like whenever like the circle ends, I feel like I'm always funneled through Energy Depot, and that's
Right.
where all the fights happen and I die because of the way that Olympus works as a circle and everything moving to that middle. Yeah, so but I still do like it for that reason. I think the reason that happens because it's good POI.
Yeah.
That is kind of the funny thing with Energy Depot. It's a fun POI. Like it's fun to
Yeah.
play in. It can be an absolute like hell to go through, but it is really fun to actually just engage inside of. The biggest thing for me and the thing that knocks it down so much is just how much of a gateway it is to so
Sure.
much of the rest of the map. Like
That's what I mean.
all of this that has to go through Energy Depot or Turbine to have any chance of rotating.
Mm-hmm.
So
I feel like, how do you guys? I mean, I know we're not talking about Turbine yet,
Mhm.
but what do you guys think of Turbine? Because I have always like kind of liked Energy Depot because I hate Turbine, and Energy Depot is like the alternative that I would prefer to go through if I have to choose one. You know what I mean?
Mm.
I'm gonna hold.
Which
my
I don't know
opinion.
why, but maybe it might
will
be just
agree.
because I think there's like more ways to get into Energy Depot. Like there's a lot of different like areas of entrance, you know? So like even if there's a team in there, it doesn't feel like I'm guaranteed to like have to fight them immediately and they're gonna know I'm coming. For a Turbine, dude, it feels like no matter what, like we're gonna fight. Like that's just how it's gonna be.
I dread Turbine. I hate walking through there. Even something about the vibe and the look of it, I just don't
Yeah.
like going through Turbine.
It's
Like,
kind of
I don't know.
imposing, isn't it? Like going through.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have like all the tall mountainside all around you and the fans putting shadows constantly over you. Like yeah,
Yeah.
I can feel that like dread that you have to go through it. I have to say though, I really like Turbine.
Really?
I like landing there. It's kind of it's this thing
Landing
where
there
it's,
is different, I guess.
yeah, landing there, like it's not like the big gatekeeping issue. It's this nice, not great center location where you can loot up and go wherever you want. And that was really fun for me playing it, but I know rotating through it is absolutely god awful. It's Energy Depot, but even worse. Because now it's
Yeah.
covering all of this.
Yeah, like me and my friends literally had a rule, like we would not rotate through turbine no matter what, unless we were like legitimately forced to. But
A lot
99% of
times
the time we
were
weren't.
too.
Yeah, that's
Well,
actually
we weren't,
hilarious
'cause
you
we
say
would
that.
we would change our playstyle to make sure we would leave earlier to not have to go through it. You know what I mean?
You have to pick up Valk just in case. Just in
That's
case.
hilarious you say that because like I had a similar rule to my friends, but it was like we had to like either rotate quick or just find ways around both Energy Depot and Turbine.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah. We so
Oh, man.
Shout out my boys though, I had to carry their asses.
just real quick question: where would you
Yeah.
guys kind of always land on Olympus?
Turbine.
Okay, yeah, you were turbine. Jumbo, where did you and your friends typically land?
Like if Olympus was in the map pool, my friends were just tired of it, so we just hot dropped the states ranked no matter what every time.
So my friends went through 3 different stages. First, we started at Oasis, and then at some point we moved to Estates, and then we kind of finalized on Fight Night, and we would insta
Night.
third docks or whatever the power grid or whatever it's called right next to it to the right side.
I can check right now. Power grid.
Yeah,
Good job.
power grid. Yeah. So we would land Fight Night and then just insta third docks or power grid because there would always be fights right there, and it's like super easy, just walk up or zip up to docks. So. And
If
then
I had
because of
my
that, we would just rotate super far on the edge to not go through turbine.
If I had my choice of where I wanted to drop, like sometimes I've tried solo queuing and just seeing how high I could get on Olympus splits, and I go over to what's the POI? It's like got all the grass, just the big huge ramps, like up on the like it's on the edge of the map.
Gardens? Oh no,
It's not gardens. I'm forgetting the
on the
name.
bottom right corner.
Like right there, the
Orbital?
bottom left corner, bottom left
Orbital?
corner, bottom left
Yeah.
corner.
Bottom left.
Oh, bottom left. Oh,
Yeah.
Over here.
Hydro?
Hydroponics.
Hydroponics, yeah, that's where I
This
would
one?
go if I had my choice. Yeah,
Okay.
that's where I
Hydro's good.
typically try to drop.
Okay.
Hydroponics.
Okay.
Anyway,
So-
on Energy Depot though,
Yeah.
I'd give it like A tier personally. I always, like I said, I enjoyed it.
How about we actually give both Turbine and Energy Depot since we talked about both of them? What would we give both?
Yeah,
of
we'll
them?
do both. That's a good point.
I'd give
I go-
Turbine F tier.
Shit.
I give Turbine D. I'm not going all the way
Okay.
to F. I'll go D Turbine and then Energy Depot. I still think because I might be biased of crap to Storm Point and like World's Edge POIs, so like I'll go B tier for Energy Depot. It's
Okay,
like one of the
go
best Olympus POIs, but not the top of the top.
Man, I know you guys hate Turbine. I have to agree. It's bad. It's bad. I've enjoyed landing there, but it's bad. And I'm not gonna give it an F. I'm gonna say E. Would you guys agree with an E?
We'll meet in the middle. Sure.
That's
Yeah,
that's
E?
in the middle.
Okay, where is Turbine on here? There's so many.
Uh,
If you
can
see it,
do
point
for
it
now.
out.
We get to it.
Where's Waldo? Where's Turbine?
Yeah, 5th row, 18th to the left. I'm kidding. I don't actually see it yet.
Is it on the 5th row? Let's see. You liar!
I did lie. I
Did
knew
lie,
I was
you
lying the
did
whole
lie.
time. I think we just remember E and keep knocking them down. This is a big list.
Okay, we'll just remember later. All right, Energy Depot. I didn't say. I would say B too. Would you get B? Or
I had
you-
B.
You said
I had
A.
B. Jay had A.
I had A.
How about high B? High B
Yeah.
so
Sure.
far. High B. Okay. Energy Depot high B. Now this one is a kind of a throwback. We're going to be going all the way back to
Fuel
old
Depot.
World's Edge. We're going back to Fuel Depot.
Sorry, I spoiled that. I should have just shouted it out. You were trying to build it up. You're
I'm
like trying to
making
build it
the
up. I'm like
bit
Fuel
for the
Depot.
video, man. God damn it.
You
It's
can
fine.
you can run it again if you
No.
want.
No, it's ruined. It's fine.
Wait, Turbine's like first row.
Oh
I
wait,
just
it's
found
right
it.
there. There you
yeah.
go. E. Found it.
Dude, I literally started from the bottom and just scrolled through every row with my eyes, and I was about to be like, I don't think it's on here, and then it was right there at the top.
We're gonna do that a lot, trust me. All right, Fuel Depot. Man, that's old. Oh my god. Let's go. World's Edge. Which version is it?
It's,
Year like first one.
yeah,
Like
the
Harvester
oldest one.
came in literally season 4.
No, I
so
mean on,
like
Apex Legends status. Where is it?
it'd be season 3, whatever season 3 is.
Yeah, you gotta
released
click
one
the
is.
map update thing, click whatever the top
I don't even
ones
think
are.
they have it anymore.
There's multiple types of World's Edge that pop up on the left
Yeah.
track down box.
That's what I'm looking at right now.
You guys remember season 3 was like a 90-day season and like there was no
Yeah.
rank splits at that time? I guess I did that again recently. I haven't grinded ranked hard anymore. I thought I was going to in season 20 and I was like starting and then I heard all the cheater stuff. I'm like, I don't even want to encounter them. So
Okay.
I just didn't even bother.
I don't think
Unfortunately, it doesn't seem like there's a
ALS has it.
version with it. So let me see.
I remember fuel depots were harvester
Yeah.
replaced. Like, yeah.
Here, let me pull up like a picture here. It may not look that great. Hopefully, it looks okay. It looks awful. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. This will work. This will work. Hi, can you see the map?
Yeah, it works. It actually is really clear in my opinion.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Fuel Depot, where Harvester ended up being the replacement for it. How do we feel about that really old
Fuel
POI?
depot was kind of ass, wasn't it? Like it was bad. Like it didn't have great loot. I
Yeah,
remember like a
no.
lot of people loved it, but like it didn't have good loot. And then shout out your previous video, like when speaking to the dev you had there. Moreover, he was talking about how so many people used to die through there, because of the choke point, right? So
Yeah.
I think that made it a really bad POI.
By the way, Rui asked in the chat, we ranking POI for its coolness or actual in-game quality? Anything, honestly. Like we're just ranking them, right?
Overall quality, both casual and competitive. Overall
Yeah.
quality.
So
This is what I'll say,
Um,
Rui. This is a very, very scientific tier
Yes.
list, taking a
Yes.
lot of facts and hard analytical thought into it. Again, that's why Jayhawk's here.
yeah.
Basically everything we say is absolutely truth. I would even say, if you're religious gospel, then you should be following
Yes,
it
yes,
the way.
true.
So
True.
yeah.
Absolutely.
So like that's the most important thing you should take out of this.
I think Fuel Depot is just kind of mid. Like I enjoyed fighting there a lot. I think that there was always like a ton of third parties there just because of it's the middle of the map and like the way the choke points lined up. But I enjoyed it for the most part.
I mean, I agree. Fuel Depot was fun. I started really playing in season 4, so I didn't get to experience as much of Fuel Depot, only like the events later on. But the POI itself was fun to play in. I didn't feel like there was anything particularly unfair or bothering about it. I just think back to like what Rodney Reese said, it's such a central POI that everyone goes through, and
Yeah.
you're gonna get into a fight when you're stuck in there. So I think that definitely knocks it down for me. I would say like myself, like probably C.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
would go lower. I'd put like honestly, I'd go like E for me. And the only reason why is because like I don't know, maybe it's a me thing. Of all the old POIs on World's Edge, Fuel Depot's like the most forgettable one in my opinion. At least for me.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know. Like
This
I know
is-
it's that center map, but maybe
I mean, this also is just heavy bias for me. I don't even like Harvester, so I kind of miss Fuel Depot.
oh okay.
Because I actually like to fight there, and I hate fighting at Harvester. So I would go like C. But
C?
Okay.
So what
We
does that
could-
even us out of D?
I could
Alright,
I could
We're
drop
even
the
in
D
now.
if you
Okay. D.
Yeah.
Fuel Depot is D. Now we're actually going to fun part to talk about
Ooh.
Northpad. We're talking about Northpad.
Northpad.
Thank God. All right. Let's go and look at Northpad. How do we feel about this giant POI on the northwest of Storm Point?
All right. Well, this is where my like competitive stuff really comes in, and I love watching Northpad zones because I love the trench warfare that goes on, dude. Like the teams who are so good at fighting in those trenches, they can get away with so much that you can't in a lot of other POIs because of the fact that like you have cover just kind of built into what's happening. And so I wouldn't put it like S tier, but I really enjoy Northpad games. So I would go like A tier, honestly.
I do agree to an extent. I think the only fault of Northpad is when like it does end on those fingers. Like
Yeah,
edge
those-
teams don't
yeah.
have a win. Like it's just impossible. And especially on that right finger, if the zone's ending there and like basically in the water, those are the only zones I hate because like so
True.
much happens and I'm like, okay, now we're just going to an RNG fest of like, luckily maybe someone has a car they can use for some cover out there. But I also do like that when I see someone like have a car, they drive it out into the middle and they're the only ones with cover. So I think I'll still throw it into A, but those are just like my gripes with Northpad, but I do like it. And like if you're playing from there for a competitive POI as an edge team, it's a sick POI. So yeah, I love that.
Honestly, I agree. I would say it would be S tier if it weren't for kind of similar opinion, but I actually think the Ferrari next to it makes Northpad worse as an endgame location, in my opinion. I feel
Mm.
like having a spot where the zone can pull into like all of this open terrain, like on the like right up here, where you see a lot
Yeah.
of spots, and around here, you only have these
Yeah.
nuts to work with. This is a trap if you get stuck in the wall. Like it's so choke heavy on the south side. Whereas if it pulls all the way back here, you have all this space that teams can move into. Whereas if it's Ferrari, I don't know. I don't enjoy it. So I would say that's the only knock I would give to Northpad is that
Yeah.
Ferrari exists right there. So
Random thought
I would
too
say A.
that I've never verbalized about it. I
Mhm.
still agree with the placement, but honestly, I think maybe one of the reasons I really love it is because it's not actually only the trenches. There's kind of like these little isolated spots where there's like a lot of action that'll pop off. Like
Mhm.
there's those three nuts over there where they're all going to be like poking and prodding each other, and like whoever there's another team that's going to sit in that wall probably for a really long time, and that feels somewhat isolated. Then there's like those buildings over kind of right outside of checkpoint on the south side. There's always kind of a lot of fights over by those chokes. Then you've got all, like I said, all the trench stuff, and you kind of have the few teams that actually do make it over into like Northpad itself with like the building and everything. And it feels like there's all these kind of little isolated areas where these like skirmishes start to break out.
Yeah.
And I just really enjoy that from like a watch party perspective. Because if I have a couple POVs in kind of those areas, then I always know I can just kind of tune in, and all of a sudden, based on whatever timing it is in the zone, like a lot of stuff is about to happen in that small little isolated
Yeah.
spot.
There's Red Room. There's the 3-floor building. Like from the
Right.
there's catwalk. From there, you can literally see down B's to
Yeah.
shoot over the down B's. You can see a lot happening, and
Yeah.
it's a big open space in that area, which is a lot different from like other POIs,
Yeah.
where
And
things
then
go down and like it's kind of enclosed.
depending on wherever it pulls too, it's like the champions of each of these kind of isolated areas or whoever makes it to end game, and now they got to fight for like the actual win, you know? So anyway,
True.
I'd go A.
I'm just gonna agree A because I'm still looking at how many are here, and I know I don't want to be
Yeah.
here for 3 hours. So
Yeah.
I'm just gonna put that there, right there. Okay.
Capital City, I'm going to rush the gun here. I'm saying
Yeah.
S. I'm saying S immediately.
Okay.
Yeah.
I love Capital City, dude.
Capital City was a goated POI. I don't like the Fisher through the middle and the fraggies. Capital City
Yeah.
was goated beforehand.
They should never have gotten rid of Capital City. I'm in
Agreed.
agreement. All right. S tier. All right. Done.
Yep.
Where Asu like built his career.
Dude, the nostalgia from that place is just, it's too heavy to overcome. I love Capital City.
Every time we get a Winter Express and we get to play in there again, it's just love it.
When
All
they
right.
brought back the old maps for like that like couple weeks or whatever it was, what a treat it was to just have 16 teams land Capital City. It was great stuff, and I loved it.
That was my first TikTok I ever made. Like when I was started Apex content, it was they brought back those maps, and it was like seeing how many people would drop into. I think they brought back both Skulltown and Capital City. It was just seeing how many teams, and like I was playing Valky, turn around, and the whole sky was just green arrows dropping or
Yeah.
green triangles dropping over things.
Yeah.
I love it. I mean, I just wish Capital City was an entire map by itself. Please make that happen. Respawn. Thank you. Anyways, let's just keep moving. Mill. We got Mill next. How are we feeling about Mill?
Mill, I would also personally put S tier. I mean, like in terms of competitive, people know why it's so good. It's like one of the few POIs that had really good armor and a trident and could like play zone and was super fast to loot. Like all these different qualities about it were like just so good. But then even then, with the fact that it had good armors and like solid loot, you didn't have to play zone. Like it gave you flexibility if you didn't want to. So yeah, I mean it's a goated POI. DZ won a land from it. Like I think it's really fun to play in ranked. I love watching contests there because they're really fast and like pretty quick 50-50s. It's got some iconic moments, even like, you know, the NRG Trident video that Jumbo just put out kind of starts from there. Optic thirding the game before. I don't know. It's got a lot of great moments. I love Mill. I think it's an awesome POI both to play at and to watch.
You didn't
Jay
even
said it all.
mention. You didn't even mention the Furia endgame. Come on, man.
True,
There's Fury, and then like the Rambo hiding on the roof. Like
Rambo, that was an iconic moment. For sure,
yeah,
dude.
there's like so many good things. Like Jay pretty much said, at least from the competitive and playability aspect, it's like gotta be the most versatile POI there was.
Okay. I think we
yes.
have a pretty clear consensus on S tier, unless you have any opinions, Jumpa.
SS.
SS. Okay. Quick question: do we think Mill is better than Capital City?
Probably because like I enjoy Capital City more for like the fun aspect, but if we're including like all the other reasons, Capital City, if it was still in existence, I imagine it would still once again probably get split by 2 teams, which would make it worse. To where Mill is just goated, man. It's so
Yeah,
good.
I
Okay.
agree.
All
Yeah,
right.
Capital City is a
Mill.
nostalgia fun thing.
Mill is now our top one at S. Nice. Okay. We're going back now to Kings Canyon. We're going to be talking about Repulsor. You guys remember Repulsor?
Repulsor. Show me where it is on the map again. I'll
Okay, real
instantly
quick.
remember.
I'm not gonna say which
Yeah,
one it
yeah, I
is.
remember Repulsor.
Just guess which one it is.
It's the top one. Is it
Nope.
not the top one?
Nope.
The bottom
Bottom
one?
one.
Hydro Damned, Repulsor. I knew in the area.
I
I
know.
always consider those one POI anyways.
Okay, you know what? We're gonna consider them together. We're just gonna say Hydro and Repulsor together. What do you guys agree with that?
Sure.
Okay, Hydro and Repulsor. How do we feel about them?
Hydro and Repulsor. Hold on. Where did TSM win Poland? Was it not at one of those POIs? Trying to think.
You're making me. We're going
Um,
history again.
Yes, the winning Poland was what was the final call? Was that the one? And TSM
No,
from
no,
Golden
no.
Boy?
It was more north of the map. Yeah, it was
I
more
was gonna
north of the
say
map.
because I don't remember it being there.
Yeah, it was more north of the map. It was more north of the map. They had a there was some pretty sick game that happened. It went down at Repulsor. The TSM, I think TSM wins at Poland, that puts them on to match point, and it happens at Hydrodam or Repulsor. I could be mistaken. I don't know. I've watched that tournament way too many times. Long story short, they were big POYs, but they always had really good loot. I felt like you didn't really fight there. Like, I don't remember ever really dropping there or seeing people drop there too often. But what I did like about them is end games are really fun because you got the high ground with like the wall. Like if we're talking about Repulsor, you got the high ground with the walls around. You have like the low ground of the bunkers. There's a lot of different ways, at least for a Kings Canyon POI, a lot of different ways that teams are able to play on those spots. And yeah, it just always made it really interesting. You had the 2 buildings you could play inside. I think those were some of the most interesting comp games thinking back to Apex. So I'd put them on the upper echelon of KC POIs, probably like especially Repulsor, probably around like a B.
Yeah, I think I'd go Repulsor B, Hydro C.
Yeah.
I preferred when I had the drop, I preferred going Repulsor side as opposed to Hydro, just because Repulsor I always really enjoyed because if there was a fight happening on like either Hydro or at like the crypto place, you could like easily go third. Even if a team decides to contest you at Repulsor, it's like pretty spread out, so you don't have to like hard 50-50 if you don't want to. It's got a lot of loot. Yeah, I mean I liked Repulsor more than Hydro personally. Also, Hydro end games, I felt like there was way more of that like situations where teams would get stuck on the low ground because it's maybe a little bit smaller than Repulsor, to where Repulsor end games, it feels like teams would actually get more in Repulsor, to where like it would just suck to be a team coming from like Swamp and like there's a team on height at Hydro that's just like holding you out, and then there's another team on like that little that cliffside right above Hydro that's like, you know, kind of across the way that's also holding you out, and you just have no like true way to get over there, you know. So yeah, what did I say? BC for Repulsor
Yeah,
Hydro.
BC. Honestly, I'd give both a C. Just because I don't. This is a very personal thing. I just don't like the look of Repulsor. Like I think out of any POI in the entire game, Repulsor is probably the most dull looking POI I've seen. I don't like it. Like even with the destroyed antenna and everything, am I wrong? Does it just look like boring?
The destroyed antenna actually livens it a little bit more than artillery because it's basically Repulsor and artillery are basically the same except for that antenna.
Yeah. Okay. We're gonna go back to that when
Like
we get
same
to artillery,
assets.
but I don't know. I just don't like the idea of just like being like big warehouses with a little trench buildings, and then just like tiny squares, basically tiny rectangles and squares all over the place. It doesn't feel inspired to me. It doesn't feel engaging to play in. It kind of just feels like a Call of Duty map.
I would not argue if we wanted to meet for C with both POIs.
Yeah, I'm fine with it.
Okay.
I don't feel strongly about either one,
All
realistically.
right. Below airbase.
I prefer them over airbase because I already told you I don't like
Yeah,
airbase,
all
but
right. We'll
I don't know how
put
you guys feel.
Shit. No.
I'm indifferent still. I'm
Where's
indifferent.
Hydro?
Other than that airbase, TSM win the
Hydra's
consent.
right there, yeah.
All right. Repulsor and Hydro. There we go. Now, back to Storm Point. We're going over to C Note Cave. How we feeling about C Note Cave?
I hate contests there. They're boring as
Contesters
shit.
suck, dude.
They're so bad.
They suck so bad.
And I spent watching way too much time of tripods run around and then just to die.
Yeah.
Watching the skirt contest over this last pro league was just, ugh. Oh my god. I don't think this POI is ever fit to be contested in, because the 3 locations where you really get loot are these 3 different buildings that have just enough separation from each other where you have this like minute, 2 minute, 3 minute long poke battle instead of anyone just like getting into a fight and looking to finish it out.
And then I found it always just.
Go ahead.
Sorry, didn't mean to cut
No,
off.
go ahead.
I was just gonna say I found it always ended finally when someone just horizon queued on a roof and like took out the other team. I don't know.
Yeah.
I just feel like it always ended like that. And then there can't really be end games in Seno, right?
Yeah.
Like so, like
There's like 2 possible ones, and they
Yeah.
just never happen.
yeah,
Because
it's gonna be
like
so
they're
rare.
like dead center in the middle because they don't want like all the rocks and everything to like mess everybody up. Except for
Yeah.
now because of the exclusion zone thing. Now we're getting some interesting ones, but
That'd be
yeah,
great. It's gonna be crazy, especially no Bangles.
yeah.
That'd be
'Cause
good.
I will say watching end games there, I actually find kind of entertaining because of how much like cover and rocks there are, but they just we never get to see it. And so most of the time that we watch is just some team that takes forever to loot an early game or like a contest that takes even longer. So
Fun fact, I'll actually say this fun fact. For almost the entirety of year 3, I couldn't figure out what the name of that POI was, and I never went to go look it up. It wasn't until very recently that I realized it was called Seno Cave. And that's how much I forget about it, because like you would see someone drop there and then there would be no end games there or anything like that. And so, and like even when you play ranked, I just don't ever remember playing a ranked game where I ended up in Seno Cave. So I actually didn't know the name of the POI for quite a long time.
all right, now let me cook for a second. Does it increase in tier value because tripods has the legendary moment of rotating in the middle of the water and they landed at Cenote? Does that somehow influence your thoughts?
I think that makes it lower. Honestly, I think that just brings it down. I'm gonna give it a D now. No.
It doesn't change anything for me. And I do agree that the end games would be fun there. We just don't see them. So you know
Yeah.
what? Sure, I'll slap a D on that too.
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
I was actually being a bit funny there. I wouldn't call it a D one, but I definitely would call it a C.
I mean, I'm fine with any low rating on it because the contests just it sucks to watch so much. Like I don't enjoy watching contests there.
Okay,
You can watch 2 or 3 contests and a team win a game before the contest is over.
Yeah.
Hopefully, Sino Cave becomes an end zone area because that would be a lot of fun. But for now, low C. Low C.
Sure.
All right, Epicenter on World's Edge. This is an odd one because like it's not really a POI for a lot of cases because it gets shared with Survey.
Yeah, you
How
have
do
to
you guys feel?
split it with another
You know what?
POI.
Well, actually, we'll do them together. Survey, Epi,
Rip them
and
together?
Epicenter. Yeah.
Okay.
How do we feel about
Like,
the
because
two?
yeah, like that is interesting because like Survey sucks as a POI. Epi doesn't really have enough loot for a single team, but like together, like you can kind of do things. I think the only reason I think of Survey Epi is I always just think back to Complexity and their dominant era around there. But I'd probably still give it like a C, like for nowadays. I don't know. What do you guys think?
I think it's fine. I don't know. I don't really like it just because whenever having like to play ranked or anything with these POIs, like number one, teams for some reason will contest for like this stuff. And I just don't think it's that good. And then also there's always like some team that's gonna camp top epicenter
That's
and
what
they're
I was
just gonna
gonna
poke
say.
you the whole time and it's just kind of annoying. And yeah, I don't know. I'd go like D personally. But I wouldn't be bugged if we're combining them, putting it at C, because when you put it in competitive, it's definitely better than that. That's just
Mhm.
like my opinion on playing it.
I'm gonna try and convince you guys that Epicenter is actually somewhat good. It's gonna be hard, but I think out of the two of them, I like Epicenter endgames more than Survey Camp endgames, and I know that's gonna be a little surprising, but it's mainly because there can be a team on that Icicle Height that really just screws everybody on the south side, but outside of that, there's so many like little crevices and spots and areas that people just can go through in Epicenter that break up this huge open area on the north side of the map, and also just make like little pockets of action that you wouldn't normally find in other areas. I don't know. I like Epicenter, and if I had to go between them, I'd say Epicenter C, and then Survey Camp, I'd say D. Probably D.
Oh, okay. I didn't know we were still giving them individual ratings. I thought we were still
Mm.
I thought we were thinking of them as one POI.
Yeah.
Because I actually do agree with that. I hate survey camp endings too. I actually don't even have a reason for that. I don't know why. I see one, I don't like it. But yeah. Yeah. So I could go CD with those.
Yeah, I'm fine with those.
Yeah, I'd say like the only like quality I really like about Survey Camp is actually the tunnel, the train tunnel between Skyhook and them, because I feel like it's one of the more interesting spots on World's Edge that kind of gets highlighted anytime there's like one of these North Zones, because that little pocket fight that goes on there is really interesting. But outside of that, I mean, yeah.
Where do you land for CC? Do you land Epicenter?
No, we landed.
Oh,
I moved the wrong thing. One second. There we go. I landed Overlook. We'll go to that in a bit.
you went to Overlook? Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Okay, we wanted to land Overlook, but it got taken in the second round, so we landed Dome.
Oh.
Oof.
You know why we lost now. Okay, so Epicenter, C. Where do we want to put it in C, though?
I would go above Cenote.
Above Cenote. Okay.
Agreed.
Alright. And then I'll find it. If someone sees it, just tell me. I will move on. First POI that we're going on to Broken Moon for. Here we go.
Now my knowledge suffers.
See, the thing is, I don't remember the exact name, so I got to turn on zone name first. Okay.
Yeah, no, we're gonna need that.
Okay. Production Yard.
I want y'all to know
this one.
the first season that Broken Moon came out, me and my boys, it was the long one too. It was like the 90-day split or whatever was happening. Like me and my boys grinded Broken Moon, and since then I have never played it again. I hate the map because of that grind, and so I know this map very well, and I dislike it. What are we on?
Don't
Which
blame
POI?
Production Yard.
Production. You didn't even know
Is
what
this-
the POI was. You were just ready for it.
Is this the one that can be a control map? Because I might know
Yeah.
it for that purpose.
Yes,
it
this
is
is a control map.
Okay. Yes. And I will say every time it's in control, I don't want to fucking play.
No, it sucks to fight at. It sucks. Like
I'm
end
good.
games here suck too, because there was like these weird end games at like the north and like south tips. I think mainly on the north one. I can't actually remember any south ones where like the roof team is still in for so long. It's just I just don't enjoy it. I put it E.
E, sure. E.
I agree with E. I actually do like the rooftop because it's got like all these little ridges where multiple teams
Sure.
can try and hold. But that's like the only thing, and it's not really something that's competitively good. So we don't even get to see action go on there. So it kind of just ends up being whatever. And
I want to throw out, especially for the Broken Moon
Mhm.
POIs, I'd like to see if chat throws in their input there. Because like I'd like to see what other people think of these, because like they're all brand new to me. It's like it's a learning experience.
Here's the one thing I'm very interested to see: is there going to be a single Broken Moon POI that makes it into S or A tier? That's the one thing that I am interested to see. I don't know. I haven't thought of Broken Moon POIs in a tier list before,
We'll
but
have
I
to
hate the
think
map.
about it.
So
We'll have to think
Yeah.
about it.
I'm gonna have wild bias and probably put every single one to E and F. So like you just abstain from listening to my point of view on those. Like
can we all actually just agree on something right now? It's the dead last one on the tier list. Promenade. Can we put that in F? I hate Promenade. I will always hate Promenade.
Is it-
That POI so bad.
so the only thing I know about Broken Moon is when I do play there, I just drop at that because it's dead center of the map. And I just try to fight.
Yeah, but like
Other than that-
I feel like the map forces you to rotate there so much harder than it does any of the other
And I-
central POIs, and it sucks.
Die there always because there's just constant fights happening and you just can't
Yeah.
get through.
It just sucks, and it's not enjoyable. Like, just I'm gonna say this now. Put it in F, and if you guys disagree, we might not be friends anymore. I don't know.
We actually don't even have to put it on the list if you really do. If you feel that passionate about it, I'm okay,
Okay,
just
wait,
kicking
wait,
it off
wait.
the list.
Wait. Can I add a tier? Can I add a tier?
Make
How do I
another
add a-
tier that's
How do I
just
add
like
a tier?
Promenade.
Yeah, there you go.
Can I add a tier? How do you
Add
do
a
that?
row
Yeah,
below. You click. Yeah,
Where
you
you
did that thing.
were? Where you
You
were?
just did it.
Where?
Where you did it. Click the cog. Click the cog on the.
Add
No,
a
no,
row-
no, no,
add-
no.
Oh, I put add a
You
row
had
above.
it, and then
You can move
add
it
a
though.
row-
You can do the arrows
yeah.
on the right side.
There we go. Okay, this is just promenades, if I can spell.
yeah, prominent.
There you go, promenades.
Yeah.
I think
you go.
production yard is okay because it has a lot of loot. The loot is good, and plus it has easy rotates.
Oh, I don't disagree with you. Is it Melee, Lee, Emily? I don't really enjoy.
Emily
I don't enjoy.
9912.
I don't enjoy fighting at the POI. It's just so big. It like, and I hate
We're
playing
gonna be
control
saying
on
that
it.
a lot. With
I hate
fucking-
playing control on it, dude.
Yeah,
That's fair.
we're
You know
haters.
what?
We're haters here.
Yeah, we're haters. I'm putting it below Turbine. So much
I would
better.
take it over Turbine. I also
Hey,
really hate.
I will fight for this. I will fight.
You were so passionate to go. I'll
Come
take
on,
over Turbine.
give me this
You said
Yeah, but-
F. You told us
Yeah.
you wouldn't. Oh no, that was Promenade. Sorry.
No,
I
no.
was like,
Promenade
what?
is F.
No,
Turbine,
Promenade's
honestly,
Promenades.
I'd probably put Turbine F too. I don't remember what I said, but I don't like Turbine at all. Like,
I think you did say F. I think I said like, and we both said E, and we put it there.
yeah.
Look,
I'd
just
put
give-
Turbine
give me
over
this one.
Promenade because Promenade is so much like it spans so much more area that it feels so forced. But I still dislike Turbine. But anyway,
Yeah. No, I'm happy with where production
Okay.
is. It can stay.
Thank you. All right, we're going back to Olympus for Oasis now. We're going back to Olympus for Oasis.
Oasis.
I forget
I like
which one it
Oasis.
is. The two tower ones.
Two
It's one on the
towers
left
at the
side.
top.
left
Yeah.
side,
Side. Thank you.
Or yeah, left side.
Where
I
is
say
it?
top.
left middle.
Right
left
there.
middle,
Your mouse
right
is
there.
basically on it.
Yeah.
Here?
No,
Yeah.
it's to the left
Oh
of
wait, no,
that.
here, right?
technically.
Duh, here.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, there you go.
Oasis, and the buildings
The
are
three-
like no
the three
names.
buildings, yeah. All right.
Oasis team usually loots that anyway.
I realize there's a delay on your stream, so me and Jay are like telling you to do stuff, but you're already on a different like
You
POI
can
by
pull-
that
he's,
time.
he's
I
screen
have
sharing
the
in
Discord
Discord. You can
stream
pull that up too.
You can look at it.
I have not been
there.
watching that. I've been watching. your
I've been
stream this
watching that,
entire
yeah.
time.
I'm trying to make it easier on you guys. God. All right, actually, real quick for this one, do we want to do both Oasis and what's it called? The other one, the other tower location. Where is it?
But
Bonsai. Do you want to do them together or do you want to
Bonsai?
do them separately?
I think they're completely separate.
they're
We could
completely
talk about them
separate.
together, like
Yeah.
right now.
yeah, we'll
we
talk
can
about them
either
together.
one.
Yeah.
But
I put Oasis like high B tier. I really enjoyed it. I landed there like when the map first came out. That's where me and my friends landed there. I like the underneath section because it makes the POI feel like there's more to it, especially when it comes to like contesting and everything. There's like a lot of different layers. End games are somewhat fun, but I don't think they're pretty common. I don't remember there being a lot of them. It's mainly that back building that I remember there were end games at. But yeah, I really enjoy Oasis just because of, I don't know, the way it's segmented. It comes with a trident. It's got that little zip line over the no name, so it's like pretty easy to loot the no name, and then there you go. So high B.
or did you want to go? And
Honestly,
I just feel like
here.
we're doing the same order. That's why.
yeah, I can go. I was going to say A, but the only reason I'm not saying A is because it's one of those POIs on the north side of the map. So it's stuck. Like I'm moving the wrong thing again. I'm moving the stream. Fuck. Okay. It's stuck above estates. It's stuck on the turbine choke, and it does have like this one thing that is better than like all of these other POIs. But the fact that Oasis is in this north spot just makes it so rough for rotating compared to other places on the map. And that's like the only thing I would give it, because otherwise I really like Oasis. Oasis is great. I would give it B, definitely.
Yeah, I'd give it a high B. I like the Oasis for the fact that it's one of the only POIs in the game that, for some reason, uniquely was like a spot where you could drop and a very often chance get a gold weapon. Like gold
Yep.
weapons in Apex always seem really weird to me because they're not like they're less common than care pack weapons, right?
Actually,
And so they just
you're
kind of
right.
always seem pointless to me. So
That's
I
why.
like that
Yeah,
you can.
It's got the honeypot
Yeah.
loop there.
Yeah, I just like that. Like, there's not that many POIs in the entire game in general that have that ability, and
Yeah.
Oasis like is a cool one for that.
Okay, so high B for Oasis. Now let's quickly go down here and let's talk about Bonsai. Very similar, like multiple tower POI, though this one is quite different in its own way. And I feel like it would be interesting to talk about right after that. So how do we feel about Bonsai? How about Jumba goes first?
Bonsai endgames are pretty fun. This is another map when I was solo or POI when I was solo queuing, I would drop here on this map. It does have the trident for rotates. I think if like you were to look at like comp, if this would be in here, I didn't watch any of the scrims, but I'd imagine this would be a pretty good like edge POI.
Bonsai was
map?
like S tier in comp.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like that's what I was gonna say. Like I'd imagine, like just without ever even watching, I'd imagine it'd be a crazy good edge POI. You got good loot. Like I said, end games are always pretty interesting. So yeah, I mean, you're saying S tier for comp. I'd probably at least for the Oasis or like the again, I'd go like high B, maybe low A.
I will say part of the reason it was S tier is, and I don't know the full details on this, but I just remember that Privacy and Luxford and Tech had tweeted about it on the timeline at some point.
Mhm.
There was something to do with the crafter, like basically being guaranteed at Bonsai every single game.
Oh yeah.
So, and like that
Really?
just made it really good because it's like obviously a strong edge POI and you're guaranteed crafter. Like I said, I don't know the specifics, but they vaguely talked about it on the timeline because Privacy dropped some sort of tier list, and then like Tech and Luxford, who were landing there in scrims, tweeted in response to it, and it seemed like that's kind of the gist of what they were saying. Is there was some sort of like, I don't know if it was intentional or a glitch or whatever, but Bonsai basically always got crafter. So it's really good regardless of that. But yeah, I wouldn't put it S for ranked personally, just because some of the end games I didn't really love, because of like the way that the height would be in for a long time. But high A, I think that's where I'd kind of land on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
High A,
agree.
you said high A. Oh wow.
I
Yeah,
actually
I
agree
mean,
with high A.
it's really good.
The only ding I have for Bonsai specifically, as fun as like the top area is, the lounge, it's kind of got that command center problem where when you're in it and nothing else exists. And I don't quite like that.
Yeah.
Like you only have 2 spots where you can look out into the rest of the map, and it's kind of necessary for that to be the case because of how powerful that height is.
Mm-hmm.
But at
I'd
the
imagine
same time,
like a caustic Watson though would be so strong in like those rooms with the windows on the edge where you could look out on like the bottom. Then you have like the 2 hallways like into like the main areas. You can drop out the window if you need to. Yeah, it does suck. You probably can't rotate out if you don't want to jump out the window. But I would imagine holding that center room. Be such a
Because you're playing a
strong position, it'd be
Valk,
so good.
like, or now even with the balloons,
Yeah.
like you could just pop off the top because it's not like command where it's like mainly covered on the roof.
True.
That's if you go to the other rooms.
Yeah.
I'm talking about like the middle room there where there's like even like the good
window,
loot there. I'm talking about the middle room and the windows. Yeah.
I would agree with high A for Bonsai. Okay. I would say. Also, I really love at some point if this ever gets played competitively. I don't want it to, but if it does, I really want somebody at some point to try and Valkold or evac into a window and take a fight there. It'd just be really funny.
I feel like I watched that happen in a scrim one time.
Oh, in a scrim too, eh?
You need to send me it if you find it.
I could be tripping and maybe it was a ranked clip, but I feel like when the scrims were happening, there was like some team that just like yeeted in there, and it worked because like there was only one team holding the top and they have to devote people to the zip lines, so they just kind of got the middle for free.
Yeah, that's like a big thing. I like that one idea. Okay, so Oasis we are considering high B. So we'll put it right here. Above Energy Depot?
No, I'd go below it.
Okay, below Energy Depot. And then Bonsai is going to be high A. Above North Pad or below?
No, below.
I'd go below North Pad.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. All right, we're still on Olympus for the next one, which is going to be actually one of my favorites. It's going to be Carrier, which is going to be up here.
Can I just out of curiosity, have either of you ever listened to, Wyatt from the Apex? He has another podcast called Grab My Banner. Have either of you ever listened to anything from that?
No. After talking to Wyatt, I was like gonna start because he was telling me a bit about it.
It's pretty funny. They exclusively refer to Carrier as Big Blue Dick.
Yes, he's told me that. He told me that.
Yeah, they love that POI. They land it there all the time. Anyway.
All right, there goes monetization. Thank you.
Sorry.
All good. Yeah, I mean it does look like
just
that.
Timestamp this 52 minutes into the stream. Maybe mute that.
I mean, it's even pointing towards a big hole. Oh god.
Oh my god.
Listen, they have a whole episode devoted to making every Olympus POI dirty in some form or fashion. So yeah.
You know what? I'm making Carrier F tier now. I don't care. It's F.
Okay.
Do we agree it's F tier?
Is it F tier? Like, it's got good loot. I feel like I die really there every time Yeah, it's good to land at. I feel like I die every time I'm there though, and like I feel like that's where I fall off the map 90% of the time.
Yeah, and it looks like a penis, so.
And it looks like a penis. Sure, you can throw it F tier if you want. First F tier is Carrier. Overlook.
You ruined it for me, Jayhawk. You ruined it.
My fault. My fault.
right.
Just know there's another ship that they also refer to that as. So
Out of curiosity, I'm just trying to understand because it's a big blue dick. Why are we putting that in F tier and not S tier? Like,
I mean, I was gonna say we put a tier
like-
above S tier. That's like
yeah, like dick tier. Like,
yeah.
no, I don't think you want that of your monetization.
PP tier.
works. PP tier works.
There you go.
Okay.
I think PP tier has to be above promenade though. We have to
Yeah,
keep
yeah.
promenade.
Okay,
at
yeah,
the
yeah. It
bottom.
does have to be above promenade.
It
You know,
has
it
to
can
be
it can be above F too. There you go. It'd be above F.
There we go.
Okay.
PP
Alright.
tier.
All right, PP is better than F. All right, now we are going.
Let's
over...
actually hold on. Let's just get this out of the way now. I think we got to throw Icarus in PP tier.
Okay.
It's the same thing. It's just the same thing.
Okay,
Wait,
But it's got an STD.
Yeah, it is true.
It's got an
that is orange,
STD.
that's an orange dick. That's an orange dick right there. Is that a joke from Grab My Banner?
The STD thing, it might be. I don't know.
Okay.
It might be.
Okay, but there is one specific thing about Icarus, and it's the pilot area.
It's got
with
the vault.
key card.
We gotta go find a dead guy.
Actually, Island Boy, I think you're right. So towers, when we get there, will have to be titty tier after. Okay.
I can't be making all of these. No, that's
Just
it.
put them all in
Yeah,
PP
yeah.
tier. Just put
Just,
'em
they
all
all
in
go
PP.
in PP tier. They can look like two PPs. Like
This is
I don't know where
really
Icarus
serious.
is on there, but yeah.
Icarus.
Oh, fuck me.
We won't forget that one if we need to take time.
Yeah,
We'll get
whenever we
there.
find it.
PP
Whenever
tier,
we find
PP
it.
tier, sure, whatever. Okay, Overlook. Let's
Whatever.
please talk Overlook.
Overlook.
Back to serious. We're serious now.
Yeah.
Professionals.
Considering the moreover didn't even make day 2, like I think F tier. I'm just kidding.
I think
There's
over
no
looks like
difference there.
CD. It used to be way better whenever there was the whole ring console thing. Also, he just walked away from his camera.
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
pissed.
He didn't even hear me say I'm kidding. So I'm
He-
not. Oh, he's gone. Okay, this is
pissed.
my stream now. How's it going, guys? So welcome back. I'm moreover, and I do
Record start.
voiceovers.
Now, if you want to be moreover, you got to do hi. I'm moreover, and
I'm
I'm gonna,
moreover.
yeah, you got to do his intro, dude.
Hi, I'm moreover, and this is the art of the contest.
This is the art of getting eliminated on day 2 or on day 1.
Oh shoot!
I just wanted to be known. I got eliminated at Dome, not
Garbage
Overlook.
shirts,
Okay. I got
I will
eliminated
say
at
Dome
Dome.
sucks. Dome sucks.
Yeah,
So I do
Dome
feel
is
for
cool.
you, but
Okay,
I don't
this
know.
isn't fair.
I'd go overlook like CD.
I'd
One of
put
those
B,
two.
honestly. It's actually really good. It's one of the best zone POIs loot wise. Like you have great rotations from it and good loot to come out of it. It's not like the best loot, but it's way better than a lot of the other zone POIs. That's like the only
You'd think
thing
it's
I
a
would
good-
say.
You would consider it a good zone POI when you have to travel to the complete other side of the map, though.
It does have that balloon, so
Honestly,
you
yeah.
can't speed up your
Yes,
rotation.
yeah. There's
Because-
the balloon. You
okay,
can move
here-
kind of quick.
Here. Let me show you.
How
let me show
fast?
you.
How fast does it take to loot?
It doesn't take
Pretty
that
quick.
far. Okay, it depends on if you try and take no name. If
Yeah.
you don't, like,
Because it's small.
one-
It's not-
Usually,
one-
well, so
Mm.
I was just gonna say, usually, even if you do take no name, like one guy just loots all of no name, and his team will just balloon to him, and then they rotate. Or if it's like somewhere north, he'll just come to the balloon up top.
Yeah.
But like, it's pretty quick to like loot. Like one guy can loot all the backside with the the donut and all that stuff. And another guy just loots the buildings to the north, and it's really not that difficult.
What we ended up doing, and it wasn't, it could have been
Yeah.
better if I landed no name, but what I did is I took the platform and all the bins around there and then took the tower. One person landed on the buildings and took all these, and then one person landed platform and took all of that. And that was generally enough to start rotating with.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So if you want really fast, you can do that, or if you want more loot, you can take no name.
I'll roll with whatever you guys voted at then. Like, Overlook is almost a little bit of a forgotten POI for me because when I tried to watch party it, it's like, we had Sentinels dropping there all the time
Right.
and they don't stream anything.
They
So I never get to see entirely how it's played.
The only reason I say CD is it used to be better because of the ring console thing when it had like a when it was
Yeah,
one of the-
yeah.
one of the exclusion type deals where
Mhm.
it got it basically all the time. Now it doesn't have that, and the loot's like okay, but it's definitely not great. It's not saying much because it's World's Edge, where a lot of the POIs have that problem. But yeah, with the ring console not being like basically guaranteed, I don't think it's as strong as it once was.
I will say there's an iconic clip that just in the early days of Apex of I think it's Tim the Tatman trying to land there and he falls off the map and then it kind of went viral on Twitter because it's like Tim the Tatman in a game with no fall damage still dies from falling. Like, so I don't
It's
know.
like
I
the-
just think it's like OG like viral clip of Apex. So
It's like literally the only place you could fall off the edge. Great.
yeah, because like we didn't even have Olympus at that time. I think when he got they got all the people sponsored to play like season 3 off drops. So
Yeah.
Okay. I would argue for low B.
I would argue for high C.
High C. What do you think, Jumpa? You're the
Because
tiebreaker.
here's my thing, is like, I don't think it's in the class of Energy Depot Oasis. I think it's a step below those.
true.
Okay.
True, I do agree with that. And then after, especially because the one thing, my opinion on the Overlook is I actually don't think the loot's that great. I don't know. I feel, and maybe that's a World's Edge thing, like Jay was saying. But
Mhm.
It is.
still, if we're looking at all the POIs of every map, like the is ass there compared to them. So that's why I would also probably go to the high C.
Okay, fine.
Yeah.
Okay, fine. Now,
The-
next one we got is doesn't exist anymore. I kind of wish it still did, but whatever. We have Shipfall. Let's see if I can get the right one. This is the one. Yeah. This is the one.
Shipfall.
Yeah, Shipfall, south of Antenna.
I just like when DZ contested Aurora there to kind of like
Oh
just
God,
put
that
the
one.
nail in the coffin of
Didn't-
that tournament.
Didn't DZ win LAN here as Reignite too? I
No,
swear they were
that
landing
was-
there
No.
in.
Oh,
Split the
landing
playoff.
there, landing there.
Yeah, they didn't
remember
win
if
it
they
here,
were
but
landing there.
I swear, because I literally looked back because of my Fury of it. I swear that's where they were landing.
They
in
might
finals.
have. They were
I think-
flex dropping that entire
Yeah.
tournament, so they might have been landing there for finals. I don't really entirely remember.
Okay, but like as a POI, what are we thinking?
I factor in history into my ratings. You know that. But like, anyways,
Yeah,
as a
at least I
POI,
know that.
again, like it had some okay loot, and but like there was no trident there ever, right?
No, there's
Oh,
there's
there
actually
is?
technically two, because there was the one that's like not in barometer. It's all the way like
Yeah,
south.
it's on
You can
the
see it
edge.
right here.
Right.
Yeah.
On the
So you
bottom.
could
Yeah, I
technically
see the
steal either
triangle.
one.
Okay, I didn't see. I couldn't see that one on the far outside. Yeah, you could drop on that and bring it over.
Yeah.
I would have never known that's so far out for a trident. For a POI,
I give
games
it like
are always a little
C.
bit weird, but yeah. True, I'll go
C?
C. I'll
Okay.
land with C. Sure.
You know
Because
what,
I will
I'm-
say, like, when there actually used to be those endings at the back of it, I kind of sometimes liked those. Like, I didn't love if it was like always ending there, but it was a good like mix up compared to a lot of Storm Point, where it's like there's a couple buildings, not a lot of cover, and you just got to roll with it.
Yeah, I liked it when it was ending around actually where that trident was. I just didn't know the trident was there, but like that single nut. Now, like again, they were kind of like because they're so open, almost felt like it was anyone's game, almost RNG like, but they just seemed a little bit more exciting because it was different. You don't see it often. Different,
You,
but good. Not like Seno Cave.
Yeah.
Jumba, you like the nuts?
Yeah, of
You
course.
like those
You doing PP tier, Shipfall, PP tier.
No, I'm gonna say C. I'm gonna say C too. So
He works.
where in here though? Where in here?
It's better than
Above
Cenote.
Cenote. Yeah,
But
or
Worse than
Cenote.
Epi or better than Epi?
I'd take it over Epi personally, because Epi like it doesn't stand as its own,
Okay.
where Shipfall could.
Mhm.
Right. In
I'd
the-
actually take it above Hydro too.
Okay. But not
Honestly,
better than
I'd probably
Repulsor.
take it above every single POI in C tier. I'd rather land Shipfall than Overlook, because Shipfall was actually good at like a
Seriously?
flex style too because of the Trident.
Yeah,
Like we
yeah,
saw,
it's got good loot. It's got a
like-
lot of loot too.
like old Aurora used to play Edge from there, and
Yeah.
then we've seen like other teams would play like Hard Zone from there because of the Trident. So like it was flexible.
Yeah, and it's got a lot of loot, like way more than Overlook. So I do
We're-
agree.
We're
But
gonna
if
win
if
finals
you
next
want it
week
for
to prove
yourself,
y'all wrong,
we
okay?
will. You can drop it below Overlook just for you if you'd like.
No, fine. All right, we're gonna win finals
Hey.
next week to prove you wrong. Okay.
All power to you.
Okay.
That'd be absolutely
Okay.
insane.
Actually, real quick, while we're here,
If you-
while we're here, let's actually follow up on that by talking about the other POI that replaced it. Let's go ahead and talk about Coastal Camp.
Well, if you land Coastal Camp, you're gonna have priority to about 70% of zones in PA Pro League. So pretty good.
That's a fair point. F.
F, you don't like it.
Coastal's pretty garbage.
Yeah,
Gonna be honest.
Coastal's it's small. Like, and then you got the two other POIs to the right of it.
The
Devastated
zone,
Coast
like
and what's the other one? That are a little bit better.
Echo, Pylon, and Barometer.
Echo.
I would say
Yeah,
too.
and then no, and then you Devastated.
Out of all of the new POIs, I felt like it very quickly became very predictable of how every team was going to play it. Like DZ was always going to like rotate super fast and get that low ground, and Moist would take one of the buildings, and then Legacy got this other building, and Oxygen would sit on like the little ledge outside of the buildings where DZ could jump up and poke at them. Like it
They had
just.
the most practice there. Like I said,
I
like
know,
every
I know.
zone feels
You're
like it
not
ends there.
wrong,
So
and
it's a lot
maybe
of
that's
practice.
why I'm a little biased here, but like it just became so. I knew the moment the circle pulled there, I could tell you like where every team was going to play and exactly how I was going to like pan out. Optic was going to play the hill on the west side and like try and fight their way in, and it just I don't know. It sucks. It's F.
Agreed. I don't have any other opinions. Just agreed.
Yeah, I'm pretty neutral. So sure, want to throw it F? Let's do it.
Let's put it in F.
It's also just
Perfect
not good in
for
comp.
me.
Like it's not good.
Yeah.
All right, where's Coastal Canyon? I'll find it later. All right, Swamps. We're gonna be going back to Kings Canyon. Going
Wait,
back.
so you were dropping Coastal Camp? Is that where you said you were dropping?
God, no.
Oh, because you said like, why did we hop to Coastal Camp? Well, I don't even.
No, because
You said
we did Shipfall, so.
Oh,
Camp
the
replaced
one that replaced it.
Shipfall.
For some reason, I was still stuck on
Yeah.
Overlook, or like, yeah, I don't know why.
Yeah, all right, we're gonna be moving. I can't get the entire frame on the stream. Oh well,
Damn.
it's over there. You can see it. Okay, Swamps.
Swamps. Swamps end games were always again another one that was like interesting because there was like so much open space, but they also had like where there was like elevation, even though like they were just single buildings, they're all like 3-tier buildings, so you could have someone on roof, someone inside, someone underneath. Dropping there was kind of ass though, because by the time you finish looting it, I always feel like the zone was on your back because KC is just a small map, so you couldn't really move too fast, and it got replaced for that reason, right? Swamps doesn't exist anymore, right?
Still does.
No.
Oh, it does?
It exists. This is the latest one.
Trying to remember off
Let's
the top of my head. It's been a while since I grinded
Swamp-
rank. But anyways,
Swamps has survived,
With-
thankfully.
but still, yeah, those are my things. So I don't know, like a C, like, and again, I think I'm going like mid to high C again.
I'd go B. I like Swamps. I thought it was like a lot of loot, a lot of cool buildings. End games are fun. I don't know. I liked it.
I kind of agree with Jayhawk here. I think it's a B, just because,
Okay.
like, it's weird in Kings Canyon that the only area with like a dense amount of buildings in it is Swamps. Just this random POI in the far back. That's kind of.
I guess that's a good point.
It's
Right, that's
it's
a good
so
point
weird.
if you consider it, but it doesn't feel like it because it's a swamp, and when you look at it above, it's not, but it actually is a dense, like probably the densest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Every
Other
time there's
than
an
other than
endgame there-
Skulltown, other than Skulltown.
Yeah. Every time there's an endgame there, you'd have every single building get filled up fast. There would be a lot of fighting going through as teams try to get closer to where the endgame is going to be. And it's one of the few POIs on Kings Canyon where you could actually have like a really chaotic, tight, like 3, 4, 5, 6 person endgame or 6-team endgame.
Isn't that legendary 1v3 by who's it, Edesu in Poland was there, so I'll take it. Jordan B.
Why are you giving me so many hits? I gotta find all of these clips now. God damn it.
Yeah, I mean, like I could get them for you. I probably got to save.
Okay, so would you guys agree B?
Sure.
Yeah,
Okay, B. Below Oasis though.
sure. Yeah.
Artillery. I think we did not do artillery. Let's go up to artillery. This is not the right version because that's supposed to be broken, or maybe it is broken. You know what? This one would be fine. All right, artillery.
Yeah, that works.
I think it's just as bad
Artillery.
as repulsor.
Yeah, I just kind of throw it on the same tier as those, honestly.
Yep. Artillery was cheeks. It's where my boy CLG dropped, but they also did horrible there. So
Yeah, I don't know. I just don't like it. I also think the new connection up to I think it's Spotted Lakes. It's called.
No, Spotted
Crash
Lakes
Site.
is the other one. Yeah.
The crash
TSM
one.
also won a game here at X Games.
Yeah.
Just throwing it out there.
Shows got all the Kings Canyon references, dude. I don't remember like almost any of these. Like I remember the tournament, but I don't remember the specifics of like, oh, this POI at this moment, you know?
I don't even remember what I had for
how many
breakfast in
of the
Jumba.
seriously, do you know how many times I've rewatched Poland and X Games? For like, I've probably because like I go back 3 years to watch. I'm telling you guys, I think I said this last night to Jay. I know more about like 2019 to 2021 than I probably do about like the last year.
I believe it
Okay.
now. Like this is the first time I'm like seeing it
Yeah.
on full display, dude. He's just pulling all these references out of like, yeah, there was a clutch 1v3 here. TSM won a game there. Like,
Oh, you guys don't know the Odessu 1v3?
I
Come
remember
on,
that,
that's
but
like
I
the
don't
most
sit.
iconic.
I don't
I
sit there and be
don't.
like, oh, that was swamps. You know, like I don't like just associate it with the POIs. You know, like they're
Well,
so long ago.
I just know the little buildings. It actually like there's even part of me that thinks it might not be swamps. It might have been like to the north of it. But like I just remember the buildings that he's fighting around. There's like a lot of water and everything. That's why.
I remember the clip. I remember
Yeah.
isn't there like a crazy Psychop clip on Kings Canyon too? But I don't remember like exactly where the
Maybe.
POIs were that happened. I'm pretty sure there's a clip that like Psychop got like crazy famous on Kings Canyon. But anyway, I digress.
Okay. Anyways, C?
Sure.
C.
Yeah.
Okay. Next, you're going to talk about like a developer tournament that happened before the game even released and talk about like an awesome moment where something happened.
Well, I could tell you where what's it called? Where I have an idea, a general idea on Kings Canyon where Hal, T Hump, and Prodigy Aces won a. It's not at a POI, but won a game.
I was gonna say Jumbo's about to pull out like, yeah, like this is the ranked game where like they recruited Alberlelli. It was this POI where they won. And I'm like, dude, what? Like,
what do you mean? You guys don't remember the Alberlelli grappling hook over the canyon into swamps? Are you kidding me? Like you don't remember that? That actually happened.
I
Where he
remember
goes over top, lands, and just wipes everyone with Pathfinder. Yeah, how are you not gonna remember
Okay.
that?
Next.
is that a real clip? Are you
Yeah,
not memeing?
100%. No, I swear on my life. It's like
The
like,
fact
there's
that I
like
literally
comments of it. I
memed
can't
that and you
remember.
actually pulled out a moment like that is
Yeah,
crazy, dude.
well, it's like they didn't recruit him from there, but like they were like
Yeah,
playing,
yeah.
and then all of a sudden Al goes, "Okay, I'm gonna go over top, and then you guys push as soon as I land," and he grapples completely over the mountain on path, drops behind the team. They weren't expecting it because like Ubingen didn't exist at that time, and then he just starts absolutely frying them, and then Reps and Hal move in from the choke, and they win the game. It's literally the choke going into swamp. It's actually a hard clip to find, funny enough, though, because I tried putting it in my TSM video back in the day and couldn't find it.
Nice.
But I know what happened.
I believe you. It's just crazy that you know all this stuff. What's next? Where we at?
Okay, we're good.
Dogs.
We're good. We're done.
Yeah, we
Just wanna
can
make
we can go on. We can go on.
Jeez.
Well, next time we got
God,
the Kings
you have-
Canyon, I'll whip
you have
out
so-
more references.
Fuck.
I'll whip out more
Okay.
references.
Docs.
I already see it coming.
Docs.
Mark it.
Okay.
I got it locked. This is the fun fact.
Docs.
Docs is like B. It's okay. I don't have any strong opinions.
Yeah. Stuff
don't
for this
like
thing is the
docs.
only opinions I could have around it is like ranked. And I just hate when it ends on the top of the docks. Funny enough, it's almost like North Pad zones, but just without having comp in there. I hate it. Like I don't like when it pulls to those
Actually,
part of the docks.
I'm dropping to C just because of those endings because they do
Yeah.
suck. It
They're
didn't suck
horrible.
for my team because we would land fight night, but if I didn't do that in ranked, it would hard suck. It would hard
Yeah.
suck.
Yeah, those docks endings were atrocious.
Yeah.
D.
D, sure. Let's do it.
Because
Sure. High D,
okay,
sure.
Specific
Signed, sealed,
specific thing-
delivered.
Specific thing with docs is this is an issue with a lot of areas in Olympus, but I feel like it's most egregious in docks where there's so many like wide open flat sight lines that everybody can shoot across that it feels like if you step outside at any given point, you're just dead. It doesn't matter. You're gonna have 3 different people with scouts, longbows, charge rifles, sentinels, whatever, staring straight at you and doming you in the head. And the higher the lobby gets, the worse it gets. So I hate end games at docks because it feels so hard to even just sit your head up a little bit. Because as soon as you do, you're dead. Like, yeah, the loot's good. That's about the only thing I could say that I like about docks.
Yeah. Chat's saying B, B, C, but I'll agree with D.
I mean, I said B, but when I think about the end games, like I said, it didn't affect me because I was the person that was sitting on top of the building shooting more over from deep. Like,
Thank you.
because I would land at fight night, so like we would just go walk over the third party, whatever contest was happening there, win it, and then we'd get the POI to ourselves and sit on the roof for the whole time. So
Jay, when you made Masters, how long did you spend in the zone just healing?
Zone healing wasn't a thing back then, dog.
What? I thought you told me season 12 was the time
No,
you
he,
got
he
Masters.
he just did punch boosting.
Well, I
Don't
mean,
worry
zone
about it.
healing technically has always
I know.
existed, but was heat shields a thing like way back in the
No, no,
day?
no,
Not when
no.
Olympus
I don't remember
first
when
came out,
heat
no.
shields dropped.
I don't know how long ago it was that you made Masters, to
Yo,
be
when
honest.
did the heat shields drop, guys? When was the big drop?
I don't remember heat shields being a thing when I hit Masters, but anyway.
Okay, Docs D.
Yeah, sure.
Actually, here, wait. I'll give you one quick argument. Do you think it's better than Airbase?
Well, now that I actually look at this, I would take Docs over Cenote.
Okay, how about this? I put this here.
Well,
and I
because of
put
landing
Airbase.
at docks. Because of landing at docks, like it's good. I just hate
I
the
would
end
take-
games there.
I would
Do we
take
move
Docs.
Cenote into D?
I think we move Cenote into D. I would take Docs over actually like most of C tier.
Really? You want me to keep?
I would
Airbase
rather
in C?
land. I would rather land at Docs than Overlook.
Okay, that
stay
sounds
in D.
personal.
It's not even a shot at Overlook.
Here.
Like Overlook loot is
Okay.
kind of cheats.
I would okay.
Good
The one thing I
POI.
would do here, you can make the last call. Moreover, where you
Yeah,
want to
you
put
make
this.
the last call.
We're
But
putting this-
what I would do is I would take Cenote down a tier. Look, our C tier is
Yeah, I
getting
think-
pretty
I
big,
think-
and I think Cenote is kind of cheeks.
Really, even Airbase should stay.
I
in
think
C
it-
and Sin,
I think
Sinnoh.
Yeah.
Airbase should drop
Cenote.
too, personally.
We could drop Airbase too, but like
Okay.
because you know this
Okay.
this list is definitely
We've got
going
a
to
big
evolve with
C
time.
tier. Yeah, we've got
Yeah,
a
this
big
list
C
is definitely
tier.
going to evolve with time, and I think that Airbase and Cenote definitely deserve D.
Okay, we're like a third of the way done, and we're an hour in. Let's go. Okay,
Oh
we're
my
going.
gosh.
We're going back. To
We need to
Broken Moon.
start going faster.
Yeah, we need to rip through them fast.
Let's not. Sorry, not as many history lessons, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Okay.
What's next?
We're now doing Gardens. Where is it again? There it is. Gardens on Broken Moon. The one like with the big tower in
No,
the middle and
Gardens-
4 circles.
Gardens of Broken Moon. Okay, I think Gardens was Olympus.
The Gardens is on both.
Yeah, there's
Oh,
two
damn.
different gardens.
Okay.
Eternal
Wait, does this
Gardens
one
and
have a
Gardens.
different? Yeah, I was gonna say the one has a different name.
Yeah,
but they're
sorry,
both Gardens.
yeah, I didn't add the. I wrote this one, so Eternal.
Okay,
Gardens.
okay. Eternal Gardens. Eternal Gardens. Let's see. Is this the one? It's like there's a lot of like the windy stairs on the inside.
Yeah.
Fighting it is fun, but then my bias comes in. I'll go another. I'll rip another. I don't know. C. I don't know anything about it. Don't ask me.
Here's what I'll say, and this might change your opinion, but Raven said they were gonna land there, so I'm gonna put it an A. You know, I'm gonna put it an A just for that.
And then
Slave
Island
to the
Boys got-
Raven, slave to the
Island
Raven.
Boys got Gardens at A.
I like end games there too. I think end games
A
are
tier
good.
for BM. Okay, so
Okay.
oh,
I actually do like Gardens. It's one of the few POIs I do like on a Broken Moon. I think it's too big still. Like, it's one of those POIs where it just takes so fucking long to loot. But outside of that, I do actually like the building designs. I do like playing in it. I do like the end games in it. I like that they have the trenches like on Northpad that you can play in. I do like that. I do like that. And I'm willing to put it low A.
sure.
Yeah, it's below Bonsai Northpad for sure.
All right. You got your wish, Jayhawk. You got a Broken Moon POI in A.
That's like the only one I think is gonna make
Okay.
it.
All right. We're now going back
Because
to
the
Oldest
TSM
Stormfront.
effect.
Yep. Shout out Raven.
How we feeling about fish farms? And we'll do Devastated Coast after this. Actually,
That's
we'll do
horrendous.
D tier.
Really?
Yeah, the end games are shit. Like,
it got
no
even worse
loot,
when they
can't
put
take
Mirage
rubber.
on it, dude.
Yeah,
Oh God, I
so
didn't remember
bad.
that. Oh my God,
I
I just
remember
remembered Mirage
during
Voyage.
when Mirage was there during Realm, they would just
Yeah.
everyone just sit up there with Rampart just raining down. Bad. I agree. D.
I
Just
will
gonna run to the
say,
bathroom real quick.
beautiful looking POI, D tier.
Okay, you know what? We're gonna do a lightning round where Jumpa's gone. Gale
Okay.
Station. How we feeling?
F.
Okay. Now,
It's like a POI that
Okay.
just gets claimed by Fish Farms team. In fact, actually, I would move Fish Farms up to maybe C, and then put what's it called, Gale Station like E. No, Gale Station's F. It's F.
all right.
If
that's
you're
staying-
only
that's
landing
staying in
Gale
D.
Station, you suck.
Okay. All right. Fish Farm D.
Sure.
Gale Station F.
F. Yeah.
Devastated Coast.
E. It's also just
I
not
can agree.
great. It's like it's just eh.
I can agree.
Launchpad team usually double claims it. So.
Legacy has had a lot of success there, though. I will point that out.
That's just because they're good. That's not
fair.
because POI. And they
Echo.
left. They're going Pylon now.
Okay.
So
Echo HQ.
A.
You say that so dejectedly.
Yeah, because you're just guaranteed to get like 3 zones pulling to you. So
yeah, it's the best POI to land at, not because it's the best POI, just because it always ends there.
I do think it's really good. Like, it's got good loot. It's like, it's not the hardest to like loot in terms of like time commitment. It's, I don't know. I think it's solid. So yeah, I like it. And the POIs around it are bad, which is always useful because then you're gonna have bad teams next to you. Outside of Launchpad, but like Pylon's not as good as it used to be. Coastal sucks. Devastate sucks.
Yeah, so I'm trying to find them right now while he's coming back. He's gonna be so surprised.
What did we do? What did I miss?
Lightning round.
We threw
Lightning
fish
rod?
farms in D. We put Gale Station
Fair
in F because
Okay.
it's just like it got double claimed because it was a super small and And then we just put Echo. I said A.
Echo. Okay, fair enough.
No, I just realized, does this have the new POIs in it from season 19? I don't think it does. I think I forgot to put them in. Ah, shit. Okay. Fuck. Just future me. Put it in. Where did we say Echo?
Can you just throw in like a word thing that just says Echo on there
do
somewhere,
that?
or is that not a deal? I don't know.
Can I do that?
I don't know.
I don't know if you can do that.
You know what?
If you,
Here.
it would be like on one of the cogs. I think if you could.
You know what? Just please hold. Let me put some text on screen.
You could just like screenshot it from the ALS map and then just like put the screenshot in.
I'm gonna grab a picture. 1 second.
Go for it.
Please hold.
Jumbo, while he's doing this, let's just start talking about the next one. Refinery.
Okay, easy. Just did this Greek video. I got confirmation. Greek said, you know, if you guys want to take his word, you know, he failed to win anything from Refinery, and he said it is the worst POI on World's Edge. Terrible loop, way too big. There was so many good teams back in that era that would land around it because you had Survey, Epi, you got way better POIs. You had sorting there. You just had so many good things. Skyhook's not too far, and it was a horrible edge map. You had the balloon, but that was about it. Yeah, so I'll throw it F. Apparently, it's a bad POI for that time.
Sure, I'm cool with that one. I don't know what the next one that is up, but let's just go through some of the goated ones. Let's take Lightning Rod. Thoughts?
Lightning Rod.
I'm saying S.
I'm not
I
gonna
think
remember these guys.
I'll remember.
Oh, God.
Refinery F.
Yeah, because we'll even get your opinions on Lightning Rod because it's probably one you want to talk about. But I will say that I think Lightning Rod's overrated. I think that TSM
Really?
is washed. I think that Raven doesn't know what he's doing, and I think Alliance is also stupid. So yeah, I'd probably put it in like an F as well. Yeah, I'm being sarcastic.
I was gonna say, at first when you said the overrated thing, I thought you were furious and you were gonna have a real take there. I was like, whoa.
I think it's kind of hard to have a real take on Lightning Rod. It's like it's sick POI, and like especially because like from edge with the elevation, like your rotations can be pretty smooth on Storm Point with it. So, you know, yeah, I think it's one of the best edge POIs in the game. There's not much to say, and there's the teams who have played there have proved it. So,
Yeah.
Almost done.
I think
Almost
honestly, in my opinion, the only POI that you could argue is better would be Mill, just because of the flexibility Mill offers.
I
Where
agree.
Lightning is a very specific playstyle, which doesn't make it bad, but does make it so that if you're not good at that playstyle, you probably shouldn't be going there. So anybody could land at Mill and do good.
Yeah, like Mill, you can easily say like a zone team can play from Mill.
Yeah.
I don't think a zone team can play from Lightning Rod.
Okay.
Because
Yeah.
like you just
All right.
So
So,
we want Refinery F.
F.
really
And then
can I argue for an E because the silos are really fun to slide in.
Okay, sure.
I argue for
You
an
can
E?
say E for that.
no, I am standing on Greek's word that it's an F
True.
because the
But, like,
silo
Greek wasn't
you can
factoring silo
you can
fun
just
in.
do the silo at Sorting Factory.
Fuck, you're right. Shit.
Wait a minute. I thought the silos are only Refinery. He
And
is right.
Sorting Factory was goaded.
Sorting Factory was
Damn it.
goaded. Yes,
Damn it,
Refinery.
okay.
According to the Gospel of Greek. Listen, again, I feel like
Gospel of
back-to-back streams I'm shitting on Greek because of this recent video, but that man got like he got the horrible placement for like 15th in the ALGS championship from Refinery. So I'm blaming that not on Greek. I'm blaming that on Refinery. Greek's the GOAT.
Try it
Okay.
out. So and then we put lightning rod S. Thoughts?
I would agree. Real quick though, before we do that, where do we put
Yeah.
Echo? Where did we put it?
Oh, A. We said A.
Okay.
Do
you agree?
That's Zeus. Yeah, I do agree. I do agree. Better than Bonsai Gardens, Northpad? Any of these?
I would go better than Gardens.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then we put Devastated Coast.
Lightning
where,
rod S.
Where did we
Oh,
put
Devastated
Oh, I
Coast
did-
was F.
Was it? I thought it was E.
Yeah, because
Oh.
it might have been E. I don't know. It's one of those ones. It's kind of like Gale Station. Like if you're solo claiming it, like it's not that great.
I
Like
wouldn't
you
call
can do
it
it.
that bad. Like, I honestly
Okay, yeah,
wouldn't call it
we
that
can put
bad.
it E. We can put it E.
I'll put it there. Okay. Then
I don't like
we
I don't like the end games because of the crane.
where did
Yeah,
we put
same.
Shipfall? Where did we put Shipfall? I'm way behind now.
Shipfall, we did.
Or no,
EV
not
tier?
Shipfall. Coastal Camp. Coastal Camp F. There we go.
Coast Camp was F.
Okay, Lightning Rod. Shit, I'm way behind. Where's Lightning Rod? You guys did do it in order. God.
Yeah, I know. Because we couldn't see it because you were showing your screen on our end, so we could only see the thing. You know.
Drew, you were watching me do that.
Yeah. So
Elrod.
is Elrod not one of
There
the
we
new
go.
ones?
All right.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Where does it go though?
It's above
said-
Capital City, personally.
Yeah.
Is it better than Mill? Because
No.
it's pretty much
No.
considered one of the best POIs in the game.
I think Mill's better.
You think Mill is better? Okay.
Yeah, our argument for Mill being better was just that you can play a lot more flexible from Mill, and it's probably one of the only POIs in the game better than Lightning Rod. Lightning Rod,
I think historically Mill has a debate to be the best POI Stormpoint has ever had. So
mhm.
Okay. Lightning Rod is
Old
best,
Lightning
but
Rod or
not
new.
the
I think
best.
both.
Okay. We're going back to Broken Moon. Going back to Broken Moon. Because we have
Yeah.
we're going to look at two POIs actually, not just Atmos Station. Yeah, I think you guys are going to have very little opinions on these, but
Yeah, you already lost me. Absolutely no idea.
we are going to be
Atmos
looking
Station.
at Atmos Station and Backup Atmo. I don't even know where they are on the map. All right, Backup Atmo is over here. This one?
backup Atmo, I'd put like E tier, and Atmo Station, I'd put like D tier.
This one.
I think Atmo's better than backup just because Atmo's just so far, or the other one is so far in the top right corner that it's just like people never go there unless you land there, honestly, or like zone pulls there. But they both suck because the way the end zones work are like just garbage. Because of the big building and the height, and people just camp up there, and it's not fun.
Is this in the new mixtape mode, or is that just a completely new map in general?
I have no clue.
I don't know. Which one are you talking about?
I don't think it is. I don't
Talking
know.
about
The
Thunderdome?
mixtape mode with that skull thing.
Thunderdome. That's a completely
Is
different map.
Thunderdome?
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Should
no,
I-
that's,
Should I,
this-
should
this
I
is-
add should I add
Thunderdome.
mixtape maps to this tier list?
No.
Got too many maps already.
Too
Okay.
many maps already. Yeah, I have no idea. No opinions, unfortunately. I don't even know the POIs.
It's one of those things where it's like it's too big. The loot's good. It is fun to play on the height, but the end games there kind of sucked because of the height. I'd say like low C.
Yeah, that's what I said for
Sure.
Atmo, and then the other one was D.
Yeah, I'd say D for backup Atmo. All right, so Atmo Station, I would put it back here. I'll put it back here. And
Sure.
backup Atmo. We'll put it
I
above
don't care
Air-
where, honestly.
We'll put it above airbase. How about that? There we go. Okay.
Sure.
Hold yourself in, Jumba. Hold it. We're going to
It's where
market.
Monsoon became. It's where Monsoon became
Wow.
famous. Come on, that's an easy one. Everyone's got to know that one.
Fuck. Okay.
Where Monsoon became famous. The Kraber shot on Shroud. Other than that, though, I've always thought, like, since the beginning of the game, Market was like, it was like it's outside Skull Town. It was still a hot drop kind of spot. Had good loot, has good rotations. I like it. For POIs, maybe this is some bias of me enjoying my days playing Kings Canyon. I'd say A.
I put it like D. Market was the POI that
We've
I'd land
split.
I'd land anywhere near it and then just go kill the team over there after I won my battles at Skull Town.
See, that's
Yeah.
kind of a interesting thing as it's developed. It's more so nowadays, like you land market and then go fight the
Skull
new
Town.
Skull Town. Yeah. Relic.
New Skull
That's
Town.
what it's called. Relic.
Relic. See, but even with Relic, I'm a hardcore, like I'm getting in the mix, dog. I go to Relic, and then once me and my friends conquer it and we feel like we have successfully defeated everybody that is trying to challenge us, then we just go kill whatever puny little children are chilling at market still.
It is true. Market was a coward's way out of not going to
Yeah,
Skulltown.
exactly.
So that is not a bad point. That is not a bad point. I'd knock it to a B, but not to a D.
I'm gonna be
So
the
moreover,
middleman
you split
here.
the difference.
I'm gonna say C. I'm gonna say C.
C.
Low C. Low C.
Okay, we split the difference.
Like it can be a fun POI to play in, but it is definitely one of those ones where if you're rotating anywhere down here or you're going south from up here, like this spot is just gonna be your gatekeeping spot for the whole time. It wasn't that fun to deal with. It's fun to land at.
Became famous. Next,
Power
Power
grid.
grid.
F.
Yeah.
F.
F.
I drop Power Grid too. I
F.
lied about where I drop on what's it called, on Olympus. Apparently, I realized that I drop at a lot more POIs than just the one I said. But yeah, Power Grid I'd always drop there. So
I feel like
I can get my reason.
What's your reason?
sure.
So
Give me a
Power
reason.
Grid, like, okay, sure, the loot's fine, playing it, it's fine. I actually
So
do like the
true,
end games
Brooke.
there, but it is absolutely the worst rotating POI in the entire game. And I think if I give it anything higher, I'm just betraying any idea of map design, because holy shit,
I mean,
what
yeah.
are they doing? There is Fight Night right here. There is a turbine right here. There is Energy Depot, Rift. What the fuck are you supposed to do if you want to leave? If you want to go all the way into the back, where do you got to go? You got to go to docks. What do you
Well,
do?
the true answer is that my team just comes and kills you. Like, that's what actually happens from Fight Night. So you don't go anywhere. You just die.
Yeah, you just kill everybody in this spot.
Because literally Fight Night, dude, it's like 15 steps to walk from Fight Night over there and just like fight the team. Like, it's so close, it's ridiculous.
That's a pretty cocky statement. I think we gotta rip a 1v1 one day. I gotta see
I'm
how
probably
good this guy is.
washed
He's
at
like,
this
I'm just gonna kill you.
I'm probably washed at this point, dude. I kid you not. I don't think I've loaded up Apex in 6 months. So
Do you think I could beat
probably
you right
flat.
now, given the fact that I've been doing this whole 30-day thing?
nah, you're M and K. I got aim assist,
Fuck.
dog.
Oh, true.
Damn
We do
controller
have
players.
aim assist over here.
I don't care how if they're not a pro level player or like a high pred M and K player. I got aim assist, dog. I'm gonna beat you.
Okay, you can't get
You
to
run
round
that.
two,
You
though.
run that 4-3 linear. You run
And-
linear.
Yeah, and don't make me let up the Xbox too. I'll get that 0.6. Like
Oh shit.
You won't
I
get
don't
it
have
on
to play the-
PC servers.
I will if I'm rocking the 60 hertz, dude. I don't have to upgrade the monitor.
You pull out the Xbox 360. It doesn't even run on that. You just use it.
Yeah, I just use it for the 0.6. Anyway. Yeah, I don't know. I actually kind of agree with your point on the rotations thing, though. It definitely does suck because this is like, whenever I say why Olympus shouldn't be played in comp, this is actually the one specific area I think of is this north side of the map where all these POIs are just like sandwiched into each other and they're so close. So I can agree with actually kind of a low rating.
Fair enough. You were some two smart guys, so we could drop it down. We could drop it down.
Given the fact that you guys rated it at least high enough, I won't actually stick to F. How about E?
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, I was gonna say not F, but
Bottom
like
of
sure.
B.
Train yard is F.
Because dropping there, it's got good loot.
Train
Train yard
Train yard.
is a hot. Yeah, train yard's hot garbage.
Yeah. Where
The
was
endings
that?
suck there, dude, because people just camp up in those
Yeah.
carts with like
Yeah,
snipers, dude.
Okay, man, this is gonna be where my bias shows up. I actually like train yard.
Are you the person that camps
Like,
in the little
yeah,
train
you
yard
camping
carts?
up there?
Okay. Hear me out. It sucked in actual like normal play, but in competitive, I felt like one of the most fun things to watch was all these teams trying to cram into the train cars when I was like very early on watching. Like I'd be watching like Nicewig back then when he was like, was that Team Sheesh at the time? I don't even remember.
No, not Team
was
Sheesh.
before
Would've been
that.
Yeet.
Yeah,
Would've been
Yeet. Yeah, it was Yeet. Yeah, Team Yeet. They would have like Gibby, Watson, Wraith up in that train car, and I'd just be watching them the entire time, having to fight off everybody trying to pick them off, and it was okay.
Gibby,
It's bad.
Watson,
It's
Wraith?
bad.
They never played Gibby. They played because
Yeah,
Wig
Wig
played Path.
Well, no, in some games he did play Gibby.
We had a
Oh.
Gibby era.
Yeah.
Yeah, he
Really?
actually
He had
he
I don't
claims
remember.
that he is a top 5 Gibby all time.
I know
I
more
forgot
than
about that.
you do,
I forgot about
Jumbo.
He's not, but he claims
Yeah.
he is.
I forgot he's not, but he claims he is.
I mean, just so
Wow.
we're all clear, like he's a roller player who played Gibby, okay? Like,
No, it's true. Like,
and you're
yeah,
gonna tell me that he's better than like Fun
That's-
or Dropped or
that's why
Lou
it's-
or even Noct who played Gibby on roller? Like, I mean, let's calm down there, Wig. Okay.
No, that's why it's like completely even erased from my memory. I didn't even know. Last thing I remember of this guy on Team Yeet was like winning against TSM. That's it.
Yeah.
You're
But no,
like, yeah,
train yard's F, and I'm gonna stand on this because being the person who would go land Capital City, like to win Capital City and then have to go to train yard where some kids are just camping up there. This is their first engagement of the game, and they've got like scouts back when the scout was just stupid, or like longbows when it was heavy ammo. Yeah, all right, bud. Like, nah, I'm not dealing with that. Train yard is F.
I love your opinions are always
Man.
based on where you land and where you have to rotate.
where I have to go to.
Where you have to rotate to. But like, okay, what do you? Is it moreover? You think it's higher than F? What do you make the pick and then let's sign it, ship it, deliver it?
I want to give it a D. I want to give it a
D?
D. It's like the only thing I actually do like. Okay, someone says it's promenade.
I
tier.
think it's ass. I don't think it's promenade tier. I think D's too high. So like, we either go E. Or
all right,
yeah,
the consensus is clear. The consensus is clear.
Yeah.
Can I at least
Yeah.
put it at top?
Yeah,
Sure.
sure.
Okay, I get
Yeah,
that
it's-
one. All right,
Oh, you put an F. Okay, fair enough. Go drop
Yeah.
the F.
all right. We're going back to Broken Moon, baby.
Again, like
There
I
we
don't
go.
even know what Terraformer is.
You don't know
I
what
think I'm gonna say it for
Terraformer
every-
is? This one? You don't know
Oh,
this
maybe
one?
I do. I don't know the
No.
names of them. I'll promise you that. Okay, I know the POI.
The
I just don't
giant
know
one
the
in the
names.
middle where it
Oh,
like spins.
this is what I thought Gardens was when we were talking about Gardens. I'm thinking
Really?
of this POI. Yeah, I don't
Really?
know this map. Like I've probably played like 11 times.
Well, yeah, Terraformer. It's kind of weird. It's kind of like Harvester, but I think it's better than Harvester.
I think it's so much worse.
Really?
Most of my
I
experience.
hate fighting it because it's just so big. There's like if this was a comp map, you could have like all 20 teams in Terraformer, which
That's
is like
cool.
crazy.
That's
I don't
it's-
know.
It's the only
I don't
time
like
where I like the large size is because it's like this central like spinning area where you can rotate all around it, and there's like little pocket fights that can happen in this one POI. Landing there sucks because of how big it is, but like when you're actually like in like a mid to late game and there's a lot of action going on here, I like it a lot better than on something like Cedo Station or obviously Promenade or even Energy Depot or Hammond or any of those, because your fights are more spaced out when going through it, and that's like the only thing I like more than any of these other like central big POIs.
I've always felt like it was just guaranteed third parties because so many teams can be there that there will be a lot of teams that are alive. And the moment you start fighting, like some team, if you're up at the top, guaranteed some team's going to come from the low side. If you're on the low ground, the team at the top's going to hear it. And there's always because it's center, people just rotate through there all the time too.
Yeah, I'm just looking at these zip rails around. I know the high ground, how it works, like like on the ramps. Like it's such a difficult and lame push if there's a team sitting up top. Like
Well,
I don't like it.
I tried.
this
I
is a
tried
reason why
Broken
I don't
Moon.
like Broken Moon. This is why I don't like it.
I gave it the best shot I could. All right, what are we saying?
E.
Sure.
It's like turbine tier with me.
Okay,
I
bottom?
definitely have. Yeah, I'm definitely over exaggerating when I say like I've played 11 games. I've played more, but like, and I don't know the POIs that well, but I just know that I hate the experience of playing in POIs like Terraformer.
Okay,
Yeah.
bunker.
So,
F.
bunker. F. What are we looking at this from? Because like, okay, this
If
is
you're
where our,
only landing bunker, like there's like nothing there, dude. Like,
there's nothing there. Yeah, if we're looking at it as a quality of a POI, bunker sucks. But if we're looking at about like the iconic moments of a POI, bunker sick. Like,
it does have cool moments,
No,
but it's F. It's F.
Fine, fine. I
No.
just think, and I'm not
F.
even thinking history. I'm just thinking like early nostalgia, like the
No,
caustic
no.
stuff you could do.
Yeah,
Not
or,
allowing
like
you to jump
trap
up.
him in a
No.
room and just
yeah,
destroy him with gas
That's
and
all-
watch him slowly die like
that-
an experiment. But yeah,
yeah.
Haha,
That's all
no.
I'm thinking about. That's all I'm thinking about.
F.
F.
Okay,
Launchpad.
F.
A.
A.
High
Agreed.
We don't even
It's-
have to look at it. Yeah, A.
Kind of a. I'd put it behind Northpad though.
Would you agree?
I'd put it above Northpad. I think it's better in terms of like landing there. It's pretty goated.
It's good because you can rotate. I thought zones can't even end at Launchpad, right?
No, they
Right.
can.
They
They
can.
can. They end on those fingers
They
and
can?
like the water to the south of it all the time.
It
Yeah, just
doesn't
the
end
fingers in
back
the
often.
south. But like
Remember,
it can't end in the back at all.
Oh yeah, no, it
No, I
doesn't
remember in
end over there.
champs like it just can't end on the back, like or anywhere
Yeah,
over
but
there.
it does end on the south side.
I
Yeah, it
honestly,
doesn't.
I would put
I
it
know.
below Northpad
I'll take
because
a
it just
champs one there.
it doesn't have as many interesting end games, I feel, than Northpad. So I think I'm gonna
Yeah,
put
but
it
it's
below
like
it.
uber broken to land at, dude, with all the spiders and the trident and the like the prowler dens, and it's really freaking good, man. And we got to think the lore, the TSM phase
Below
thing
A,
that
below A,
was a
below A.
dinner,
We're going back to Broken Moon.
TSM
Okay, you know what? I'm just gonna give us a
TSM
quick
what
one.
happened?
Remember my E8 video where like TSM was gonna leave wall and go contest phase
Oh
of launch
yes,
pad, and then
yes,
they
yes,
they lost
yes,
supposedly
yes.
8-2, and then
I
Snipe
forgot
told
about
that
that
at some, or
lore.
not, maybe not Snipe, but one of the phase
Forgot
members,
about that lore.
Snipe, told it at some dinner with Zach, and then it became this whole
So
public
how
deal,
come
and then Sweet's telling it on like on stream, and
we
yeah.
can factor in lures to your POIs that you like, but not my Kings Canyon POIs?
Because you
Okay,
want to do it
I
for
got it.
Bunker that sucks.
I got it. I got it. I got it. Okay.
You know what?
Okay.
I'm gonna give you guys
I
5 seconds for the next one, just because it's Bionomics and nobody cares. What's Bionomics at?
not on the map. Not on the list.
I'm gonna be honest.
I don't know.
Bionomics is like E. I'd rather land Terraformer than Bio. Wait, hold on. Wait, actually no. Bio. I'm tripping. Wait, Bio's above Terraformer. No, no, that's Stasis.
This one
Where's
right
Bio?
here.
Oh, actually that's better. I would say like C.
I'd say C. Okay.
Dude, Broken
Uh,
Moon. Like I said, I don't play it, so some of them I do get confused on the names.
I'll put it like here.
Yeah.
I'll put it like there. Okay. This one's an interesting one. Let's go over to World's
Mirage.
Edge.
Yes.
Which
Mirage.
Mirage Voyage are we talking about?
I
Any
think
of
we have
them,
to
yes.
we have to talk about one, but Mirage Voyage. Oh man.
In comp, let me say this. In comp, Mirage is terrible. It sucks for
Mhm.
it just sucks because it just like screws over like POIs. But it's so fun to land at. I love Mirage.
I do agree. Like the landing there and like ranked is fun, especially when there's like a lot of people all dropping on it all at once. Just creates for some interesting things. But then it was always in a weird place for comp. Like you always like it was always interesting. The one thing about it was interesting to see like where OXG and Energy gonna potentially contest or send a couple guys over there to fight for it. Or I don't know. There's always like this like they rarely did, but there was always like this, but maybe because like they both wanted it because they dropped lava and staging. And they
In
needed
comp, it sucks because of that, and because like some teams think that it's good enough to land
to
on its
land it
own,
alone. Yeah.
and that just screws over both teams. So
Yeah.
that always sucks. But in terms of like nostalgia and ranked gameplay and them putting it on multiple maps, and like I loved when they put it on Kings Canyon whenever it was over by whatever that southern POI was. It was like off the map. And you had to get that through like the zip lines. I love Mirage. I have heavy nostalgia for Mirage.
So where did you rank it?
I'd put it S purely off of
mean-
nostalgia and playing it. Like I
I will
just
say
early
being that
days
it's-
Apex was better though.
Yeah. It's also the one POI that has been on multiple maps, which is kind of cool, right?
Yeah.
So that gives it something that can
It's been on every map.
transcend other POIs. Has
Yeah.
it? I didn't know it's been on Broken Moon.
Yeah, when they did it at the festival thing, whenever they put it on Storm Point,
yeah.
it was on Broken Moon too.
Oh damn.
Well,
It was over the divide.
I honestly, looking at Mirage Voyage, I want to give it S because I really love Mirage. I've talked about it before. The first time I started watching comp for seriously, I watched the old Rogue team when Snipe joined it. So I was watching that, and they always landed Mirage Voyage, and that was kind of like the favorite at the time. So it's a bit of a nostalgia thing for me. It's a bit of just loving the style of Mirage Voyage. I do have to admit something though. We do have to admit it. We have said Mirage makes competitive POIs worse, and nothing is more clear than what happened here between staging and Mirage. Mirage used to be here first, and then staging came later, and Mirage was removed, and then they brought back Mirage, and it just made the both of them worse. They no longer could be, or Mirage no longer could be a POI by itself because staging was right there, kind of taking a cut of the loot, and staging now had the problem of Mirage Voyage. Well, they didn't have that much of a problem, but Lava Fisher definitely had a problem.
The problem is that Lava Fisher gets screwed over
Yeah.
on rotates, so then Lava Fisher wants to fight you for it. So then you don't. They used to be just those buildings that staging would get for free.
Yeah. So it's just it's just kind of a back and forth thing. But just because Mirage Voyage is so much fun, and I love Mirage, and it's such an interesting style of POI, I kind of want to agree and put it on S tier.
Okay, I'm cool with that. You threw out some really lower on Rogue there that I didn't even know. Like, man, now this guy's pulling out the early game lore.
Yeah, why can't Jumba do it, but you can? What's that? What's going
What?
on now?
It's like Rogue, and I'm nostalgic. A snipe down landed there. Like, see, I didn't know where you were going with that because I didn't know that. I'm like, are you trying to say snipe down looks like Mirage? I'm like, is that what you're trying to
I
say?
mean,
Like,
that's
yeah, I
also
watch
true.
snipe down a lot. He
That's also
reminds me
true.
of him.
Yeah. Every
Yeah.
time, every time I see Mirage, I remember his face.
I mean, I will say they did do that one Apex thing where like Mirage's voice actor actually said "Happy Birthday" to Snipe, and they posted it on the
Yeah.
Play Apex Twitter, which is crazy.
If you ever want a fun fact, the Mirage voice actor for the longest time, he doesn't do it anymore, but for the longest time, he voiced Sonic. So
Yeah, I see
we need
that.
we need
That
a
makes
line
sense.
with Mirage saying chili dogs. Anyways, next up is Rift from Olympus.
Rift.
Hey,
I like Rift because it's different, especially because I don't know.
Yeah.
I've always liked the little thing in the middle.
it's very different. I
Always
don't
had
know.
fun with it.
I like the way it looks. It like creates this new environment on the map that I don't know. I like it.
Yeah.
It
I
is
enjoy Rift.
It is really creative. I
Do
actually
you guys-
like it. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, do you guys call it Rift with like when you play?
Yeah.
I
Call it
call it
Rift.
Bubble.
You call it bubble? No,
Yeah,
I call it. Yeah, I call it
whenever
Rift.
around the time that Olympus dropped, I think it was when the NBA playoffs were happening in the bubble,
makes
or it was
sense.
sometime
Oh.
after. And for some reason, we just always called it the bubble because of that.
Can't
Anyway.
believe the Lakers won that.
That's crazy to
Mickey
think
Mouse ring.
that Olympus dropped and like I would have never put together that Olympus dropping and like COVID happening at the same time. I feel like Olympus
Yeah.
was before, but like yeah,
It was around the
It
same
makes
time. I don't
sense.
know. It might have been right before, right
No, it
after.
makes sense. It
but
makes
might have
sense.
been
This is like
the middle, but yeah.
2020, 2021. Yeah.
Yeah. So
Okay.
we called the
Cool.
bubble. Still
If-
do to this day.
Hey,
If you really
go-
want
can I see the tier list real quick?
if you really want to feel old, just remember that was 4 years ago.
I'd go above Gardens.
Yeah, I would agree if we're gonna do that above Garden. But then we have Energy Depot in B.
I would actually move Energy Depot to A, and I would drop Gardens to B and put Bubble B.
I agree with that exactly. That's exactly what I was thinking.
Did you just say Bubble Bee?
Yeah, I told you I
Well,
call it
Rift.
Bubble.
Yeah, he calls it bubble.
You want to know the name I called it for a little bit?
What?
What?
Blue Ball.
Well, yeah, I knew you were gonna say something like that, and that might mean it goes in PP tier. So I
Put it in PP. Put it in PP.
It goes
Put it
in
in PP.
PP tier.
This is your fault. Put it in
That's
PP.
your fault. You told us you called it blue balls.
I called it Bubble. That's an innocent
Yeah.
name. You decided to
Yeah,
take it there.
Yeah. So that is PP
Okay.
tier.
God, I got blue balls
Okay.
from that.
We just need one more thing that
Moving
looks like
on.
balls, and we got a full dick in there.
We got
Breaker
a lot
Wharf.
to go. Breaker
Breaker Wharf,
Wharf
is E.
sounds phallic.
Breaker Wharf is E. The
Really?
zipline
Breaker
screw
Wharf?
Breaker Wharf so bad
This
because
one?
like
Yeah.
yeah, because me and my friends would land Blood Gulch because teams would always contest for Breaker Wharf and you just zip over there and third them, and it's like it's kind of got the same issue that like in what was it called Airpad? What was the Kings Canyon one that's over there? Airbase. It's kind of like Airbase where it's like, you know, two separate sides that it make this like the contest really stall out and it's somewhat awkward, and it's also like in the far corner. I don't if there weren't the zip lines on this map, it would be really sucky to rotate at. It had like a cenote problem, honestly. So I'd go like E.
Today is the first time I ever heard the word gulch. Had to look up what that was. Is like, is there actually
Gulch.
something called
Wait,
blood gulch?
You've never heard
Yeah,
of
or
Blood
Dry
Gulch?
Dry Gulch. Blood
No.
Gulch is Halo.
Have you never
Oh.
seen Blood Gulch?
Yeah, wait, you never played Halo?
What?
I actually was a PlayStation gamer, so I didn't.
Dang.
I've played Halo like a bit, but like
Blood Gulch
not.
is iconic,
Okay.
which is why me and
Yeah,
my
I've played this.
landed
I
at Dry
have
Gulch.
Okay,
played-
okay. I'm sorry,
have
Jumba.
played
I'm gonna
this.
have to
I have
ask you to
played this.
leave.
I
I'm
have played
sorry.
this, but
It was nice
I
knowing
was a
you. I
PlayStation
will
gamer. I was a
I will delete you from my friends list. Goodbye. Thank you.
Oh, no problem.
Okay, let's keep going. Breaker Wharf E.
Oh, I actually got the lead. My face.
Yeah, it
deleted.
took you off,
Holy-
dude.
I wasn't even looking at the screen for a second.
I don't know if y'all have opinions, but I would say it's E.
I can agree with that. I'm gonna put
What are we
there.
talking about?
Breaker Wharf.
We
Sure.
don't even know
E.
what we're talking about. Okay,
I
moving
have.
on.
I
You know
have played Blood Gulch, just didn't know the name of it.
You know what? Actually, real quick, just to get them out of the way and have this go a little bit faster. Why don't I put all of the Broken Moon POIs together, and we just do them lightning round. Not
Yeah.
any others?
I'll be honest. The tough part for me with Broken Moon is I just don't know. Like compare. Like
You know what?
it's the least amount of knowledge I have compared to the other maps. So I'm just kind of winging it on like what do I think about it when I played ranked that one season that I actually played the map.
You know what?
And then I'm just listening to whatever Jayhawk says and going, yeah, chip it E.
Just give the first thought that comes to your head, even if you don't know it. Just do it. Foundry.
Okay.
I can't remember where Foundry is. Not gonna lie. Oh wait, Foundry's bottom left. B. I actually really enjoy end games there.
Okay, we're just putting in B, bottom B. Okay, Stasis.
Give your opinions
F.
in it. What do you think?
Stasis I actually like. I like it. I would say C.
Okay. C.
I say F.
Jay says F.
We will settle at low D.
I say
Low D. Jesus.
no idea. Low D. Okay,
Low
listen.
D. No, it's not going in
You're
PP.
turning these.
It's not going in PP. Okay.
You're turning these.
The
PP
Divide.
here.
I actually like the Divide. I would say C.
C. Yeah.
C.
C. We got to put more energy into it. C.
C. So I'm just saying yes
Mike.
in Italian.
Your mic just popped for that.
C. My mic popped?
Yeah.
Oh, that's weird.
That's really funny. Okay. Core.
B.
I'd say D.
B.
I said B.
I don't
D.
like Core. It's the worst mixtape map of all time.
It does suck for mixtape. I'll go D. Sure, I actually agree with you. Honestly, all the Broken Moon ones suck for mixtape. I don't know why they put it in there, dude. Just delete the map. Get rid of it. It's just trash.
Oh man.
I feel like it's like
Go ahead.
I was just gonna say I feel like it's got to be universally the most hated map.
It just sucks. It just sucks.
Sucks.
I feel bad too because I guarantee there's some devs out there that like worked on that for a long
Really?
time and love it, but it just
Yeah.
sucks.
This
Sorry
is
to say.
something I actually had to talk a lot about with Burke the Nerd when he brought me on for a bit to talk about the maps. Is like I don't want to be too harsh on it because there's a lot of work that goes into these maps, and I completely understand that. But Broken Moon sucks.
Very true.
At the same time,
good
though,
point.
like I'm also the kind of person that like if I was to spend a long time on a video, I'd probably be upset. I'd be offended if someone said it sucks. But if like a year later I can look back on it with a different lens, I could probably realize it does suck.
Yeah.
If it actually did, you know what I mean? So yeah.
Just
I
know
put
that
out a
our
poll.
Mhm.
I was just saying I put out a poll a long time ago about what is the worst map. And I kept Stormpoint off it because I just universally, like, out of my own bias, said Stormpoint's the best. And yeah, at least 63% was Broken Moon. But like, there's like 40 comments on the poll of people saying Broken Moon is good. But those are the vocal minority. They're wrong.
Yes, that is absolutely correct. I've had people ask me so often to make a welcome to Broken Moon. I'm just like, please no. I don't
Yeah.
want to. Anyways, okay, keep it going. Alpha Camp. Does
See?
anyone know what Alpha Camp is?
Yeah, it's over the north. It's to the right of
It's technically
4.
Alpha Base, but
I'd go C. It's like it's good, but nothing
I'd s-
cui.
I'd say mid C. How do you think, Jumba?
Yeah.
We'll put it above Hydro.
I love Jumba's input on the Broken Moon one.
Yeah.
Honestly. I'm a really big fan. I
Yeah.
think this is the best work that he's
Guys,
ever put
you
out.
want to most of my experience playing Broken Moon, no word of a lie, was 2 challenges I tried doing back in the day where Broken Moon was like the only map in the rotation, and it was one challenge where I was trying to win a game or just get a kill by shouting into my mic. I used my mic and transferred the controls into keyboard commands, and I was trying to get a kill by doing that, and I did when I got to World's Edge. And then the second challenge I did was playing with 2 controllers at once. I was able to connect my controller to my PC and my PlayStation. I want to do this again, but I think I can't do it anymore. I can connect it at the exact same time, and I had 2 monitors and I was playing 2 games at once. And I was kept playing Broken Moon, and that's my knowledge of Broken Moon. So like, you're getting like some pretty. No, I have played some ranked games in there and stuff like that, but my rage of Broken Moon just kind of like
These
Yeah.
these videos
It
don't
fuels
exist on
my
your channel anymore, right? You unlisted them?
I do think I unlisted.
I
One
remember
was one never
watching.
became a one never became a video. One never became a video. One is just a stream, which is the 2 controller one.
Yeah,
I never
yeah.
got around to editing that. The other one is unlisted because, which I might actually put up now, but it got like 1K views back in the day, and then for some reason sponsors would always look at that and be like, "Yeah, but you have that 1K views." I'm like, 4 fucking months ago on a random video, please.
Right. Right. Yeah, no.
Yes.
I remember watching both that and the stream whenever I first started making videos because I saw your channel as like the only one that
Yeah.
made anything, and I just kind of like deep dove and stalked you for a little bit and just watched everything.
The
Anyway.
rabbit
Streams do
hole
exist.
of
Yeah.
competitive Apex.
I was just trying to see like anything that anybody in the space did because I was about to try and make a video for the first time, you know? So I watched anything that was out
Yeah.
there.
Anyways,
So.
Dry Gulch, how we feel?
J dropped there. I think he
B.
liked it. We'll drop it a B. Sure. I was
It,
gonna say
it
C.
was a fun
I
POI.
actually do like the circular area with like the multiple.
Got
Yeah.
got
I
the
do like
same
that.
name as a Halo map. Apparently, that's really iconic. So sure, B.
Get
Yeah,
out.
yeah.
Get out. I'm gonna put it above Foundry.
Sure.
All right, Cultivation, last one.
High C above Shipfall.
Really? Okay. Yeah,
Yeah.
sure. Yeah, sure.
I mean, it's just like gardens. It's kind of like the same thing
Yeah.
with all the
I
donut
see.
buildings.
I see.
You know?
Okay. Moving
I
on.
see.
We still
Like-
have so
like
much
the-
to go, and it's been
Like the
2
drink
hours.
high C.
I should have just made this.
Some of these are
going
going to be pretty quick though, and
Okay.
I mean,
Yeah.
if you guys want to talk long on them, you can. But like some of these, like Frag East, are just they're F.
We'll
So.
get back to that. Antenna. How we feeling about
F.
it?
Kind of.
Really? F?
E, not F. E.
E.
It's not Frag East here, but it's not. It was not
E.
good, dude.
E?
It's a shocker that
Yeah.
TSM landed there. It was
Okay.
It was
very
bad.
bad.
That's why that's why Raven came in and basically went like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah, I was
And then-
surprising that this was the POI that was like first looked at by everybody because you could just see.
It's
the
TSM just
problems
had
they had.
the philosophy thing of like land center map type deal and rotate early, and
Yeah.
it was better than Jurassic because Jurassic didn't have beacon stuff, so it was like that Cascades, like the things you're looking at. So they took antenna.
And the contests were horrible when 100 Thieves were landing.
Yeah,
True. That go next 100 Thieves one.
yeah.
Okay.
And
Yeah, I
E6
can
was there
agree
too,
with E.
technically. There was 3 teams contesting for it. Anyway,
Oh,
yeah,
jeez.
E.
Okay. Where at in E? Probably high E.
I don't care.
I'll just
E,
put a high E.
honestly, the lower tiers, I don't care the order.
Okay. Fight Night S tier. Agree?
No, I would say it's probably B. In terms of comp, it's actually not that good. Like it's one of those ones where like it gets double claimed with Carrier, I think. But I love it. We'll go S actually. Nostalgia purposes and like the fact that it has the creative thing where you can just go punch each other, I would say S.
How do you feel, Jumba?
Sorry, I lagged out for a moment. Where are we? We're on Fight Night.
Yeah, Fight Night.
Right. The thing
he's
that
lagging.
added the game that.
Oh God. Oh no. He's gone.
He's like
Right.
dead.
Yeah, my internet's going out for some reason. This is weird.
Oh.
Oh,
He's back.
You're sounding good now.
Hello? Yeah, my internet might be disconnected.
Oh. Oh no. Okay. Well, since Jumba can't disagree with us, S tier.
Yeah,
Okay, S tier.
bottom S.
Okay.
Yeah, bottom S.
Perfect. Give it a second. See if he comes back.
I can hear you guys really well, but
We can hear
I
you.
think I
We
can't.
can hear you fine now, but it cuts
Oh,
in and
okay.
out.
Yeah, I even noticed my camera on Moreover stream is like blinking.
Yeah, you were also at like 12 pixels, but that's fine. Make it
Yeah,
work.
I actually don't even know what's going on. It's just nothing changed. My internet's just dropping out. Okay.
Yeah, that happens. We'll make it work.
I'll
We'll make it
try.
work.
Yeah,
Oh,
I'll
you're back.
try. I'll try.
You're back. You got 60 FPS.
Okay, cool.
Let's go.
Okay.
All right.
I agree with Fight Night. Let's go. Let's move
Yeah,
on.
we already
Frag
did it.
West.
We skipped that one. You were
Cool.
gone.
Cool.
Okay.
Cool.
Fragment West.
Like low C.
Low C. Yeah.
See,
It
this
was
is an
good. It
interesting
was
thing.
playable.
Let's talk about both of them at the same time because I feel like
Sure.
you kind of have to. Fragment and just imagine this is Fragment because it's Monument, but just imagine. I don't want to look for it. Oh, here. Here. There you go. So, Fragment West, Fragment East. After Capital City got cracked in half, which one do you think is better? in this version.
West,
Yeah,
not
not even
west,
close.
west. Yeah,
Okay.
If you
west,
click
100%.
East, didn't have ring console, didn't have crafter. It sucked. The loot was worse. West
Loot was
was
bad.
significantly better.
Didn't they
Well,
also
that
like shadow nerf the loot on TSM like back in the
Yes,
day?
when they were still
Yeah,
landing
like
frag East,
they were
it just
still landing
randomly
there.
got nerfed. Yeah,
Yeah, and they won. They did win. Still
yeah.
from there.
But frag East is F to me. It's so bad. It used to be good, but once they did that loot nerf, it's just been literal garbage ever since. And it has reached a point in the current meta where the only reason you would take it is if you lost a contest, and that's the only thing you have open.
Yup, that's what I was gonna say. Like you go there if you don't want to contest and you lost a
Yeah.
contest.
That's legit.
Okay.
Like
I can
the
agree with that.
international scrims, people aren't landing there.
it's
The
kind
graveyard.
kind of got that history for everybody, just given the fact that it's fragment and fragment. But I can't agree. It's nowadays just kind of just trash. So
Yeah.
fragment West put in D.
I said low
Probably
C because I think it
low
was
C?
it was still solid. Yeah.
Okay. Fragment West low C. How about fragment East?
F.
Both agree F.
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah.
Where in F? Top or below? Top or bottom?
Anywhere. I don't care.
For nostalgia's sake, I'll put it on top.
Okay.
We'll put it there for now. We'll put it there for now. Now we do have to talk about the other version, the updated version with Monument. How do we feel about Monument?
I'd still consider Monument. I still consider that Frag West. Like I don't even.
They're kind of the same.
Yeah.
But is it better?
Maybe slightly worse. So maybe like high D.
Really? Really?
I think so.
Okay, I want to hear this. Why would you say it's slightly worse?
I don't know. This could also just be historical bias. But like Dark Zero took a whole split landing frag west, and that was intentional. Like they wanted to play out a fragment, and then that was before they went and got Harvester. I don't believe that. Does Monument have the ring console? Where's the ring console now?
The interesting thing about this version is that the ring console's here. So it is on
So I
Monument.
guess it does have it.
And then the survey beacon's on Frag East. But
Yeah,
Frag East
that's always
barely
been
can
there.
use it because of how poor the loot is. So Frag West or Monument will take the ring console and the survey beacon.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like it's kind of the same, but if I had to say which one was better or worse, I'd probably say it's a little worse. But I could be wrong. I don't actually know.
I would disagree and say it's better, but I'm willing to hear an argument from Jumba on either way.
I kind of see them neutral. Just I don't know. I've always looked at Monument like it feels like it's Frag West. It runs into the same problems that it did before, runs the same problems after. I will say though, like that was an interesting point. I didn't think about that. Dark Zero were landing there and then left when it changed. So that's always been interesting. There's
Well, to be fair, they didn't necessarily leave because of the change. They left because they did want to upgrade, and Harvester
okay.
got the honeypot loot, and they're like, "Ooh, yeah,
Yeah.
let's go hard."
That was a big deal for the Harvester thing. Is
Yeah.
Harvester got
Yeah.
an ultra tier right here. It's since been
that was also nerfed now,
Is it
right?
still here?
Yeah. No, it's been
no, it's still there.
removed.
It's still there.
Harvest
No,
not as good as it once was.
Yeah, it's still
Yeah.
bad. I know that like you don't get the good guns and everything. Dropping middle is not as
Yeah,
valuable.
just look at the loot quality here. Just jeez.
Yeah.
No, it's bad. Yeah.
All right. We will put Monument right next to Frag, and we'll put it right below it. Okay.
Sure.
We're going back to Kings Canyon. How we feel about the pit?
Pit. Oh, the pit was so fun. As a POI, it's probably bad, but you guys can't tell me you like the OG days of just hot dropping through the top wasn't fun.
It is the most clear example of a throwdown because it's just completely flat. Everyone grabs a weapon off the ground and just goes for it.
Yeah, I do not have any nostalgia stories of the pit though.
Yeah, I don't have any either. I was going Skull Town, baby. So
Okay.
Oh, you don't even have any. You never dropped through the top of it.
I probably have at some point, but I don't like. I didn't do it a lot. No.
Okay. All right.
Honestly, I didn't even know that the pit. Like, I feel like the pit would be F. Like, is this really a
It
POI?
was a bad POI. It was
Like-
a POI and it was a bad one.
I feel like this is just
It was-
something that you like rotate through. Like,
We would,
we're
they
talking
would
about how
split
fun it
They would
is.
split it.
But
If I remember,
genuinely
like,
bad.
What's the one to the left of it? I forget. It's not airbase to the north. What's this one right there? What's that
Runoff.
called?
runoff.
Runoff. I think that someone would drop in the middle of pit and then like for comp, drop in pit and then after meet up with their team at runoff, because you would get in the center there. They did have like the gold guns and such.
Yeah.
If I remember, or like you'd always get perp shields.
Yeah.
Okay.
But by
I can see
itself,
that point.
I don't feel like there's enough to like be a POI, you know?
All right.
So-
All right. F it is. F it is. I mean, it's technically not really POI, so we'll just put it down by bunker.
That's kind of what I'm doing with like
Yeah,
Gale
yeah.
Station, Bunker, Devastated. Like these don't feel like actual POIs realistically, so I'm just throwing them all in F.
Okay. Okay. Now, we
Yeah.
do have a POI to talk about, and that is containment. How do you guys
Containment.
feel about this
High
POI?
B.
Yeah, the containment 4 was like in the realm of Kings Canyon is a really good POI.
Yeah, I mean
Solid
it's tough
POI, good loot, good rotation.
because it didn't exist when they played comp, but it's really good.
Actually, that's not true.
Was it at the
CLG.
end?
Yeah.
CLG, yeah,
did
last
exist.
tournament.
Okay,
CLG won
okay.
match point.
I was gonna say because it came. I remember there was like what was it, all the bridges and stuff in that kind of areas,
That-
but okay.
That's
Yeah,
like the
yeah,
only
it
thing
was.
I would like to argue. The only thing I'd like to say is bridges. Man, I loved bridges, and having this here
Yeah,
just feels
no,
like such a.
wasn't it? Was it? Bridges wasn't there. Bridges was on the
It
other side. of the map.
wasn't
That
called
was,
bridges. It was called
it
something
was
else.
something else.
Here.
It was called.
I almost want to say
I
like
think it was called Cascades before
Cascades, yeah,
Cascades
right?
was
Is it
also
not
Yeah, it was
Cascades?
called Cascades. You're right.
That's
You're right.
that's what's tripping me out. I'm like, there's new Cascades, but was that not called Cascades?
No, I'm pretty sure it was called
That's not that
Cascades
one.
before containment existed.
Where is one without containment?
You have to
There it
see
is.
Cascades.
Yeah,
Cascades.
Cascade. Yeah,
Oh, they took the S off.
but when I said there's bridges, because Cascade had a
Yeah,
bunch
there
of
was the bunch
know.
of bridges and the
Yeah.
water and everything like that. Yeah, 100%. And what's it called? No, but like with the CLG won match point for the summer circuit there with like it was Madness, I think Pow Pow and Vax. Like I don't even think they
Gotcha.
were 100% CLG yet, but like the way I'm pretty sure that it worked back then at that time is that it was like they did all the OT tournaments just World's Edge, and then for summer circuit they tried introducing Kings Canyon back, and everyone's like, "This is shit, get it out," and then
Yeah,
they
yeah, basically.
removed it ever again. That's how I think it went.
Gotcha.
I went very like glasses emoji on Jay there. I'm like, that's not true.
Like,
I mean, when it comes to those things, I trust your opinion more than mine. Especially when you said it's one tournament. I'm like, okay, there's no way. I remember that there was one tournament on it, dude.
It was the circuit. It was the circuit. It wasn't just.
Okay.
It was like the 4 weeks and then the playoff.
I'd put it like B above Dry Gulch.
I do agree.
I put it above
Oh, for
Swamps.
sure.
I'd rather rank Containment than Swamps.
I would. Yeah, it's also very hot drop POI.
Yeah.
Especially when Skulltown was removed, it became the hot drop POI.
I can agree with the placement. I just hate that they got rid of all the nice density in that area for containment. That's the only part I don't like. But either way, moving on. We already know where this one's going.
PP. Just throw it in there.
Keep
we don't
it
have to talk
here.
about it.
Let's go. Oh,
All right.
PP with an STD.
PPs.
The
Two
next,
PPs, one ball.
that's what kind of Rule 34 shit are you talking about?
I don't know. Someone
Where-
dropped a crazy
Just-
comment in Jay's chat last night. Did you see that, Jay?
Wait, about
I
what?
don't know, but they're like, if there's a Rule 34 in the Apex scene, I want a fanfic between Jumba and Jay. I'm like,
No,
I'm
I
not
didn't even
gonna
see
do
that, dude. Honestly, if I saw that, I probably would have timed that guy out. I made a whole big deal about it. Like somebody's got to time that guy out. Like that's crazy.
It's a common viewer in both our chats.
Oh, no.
Bera or Jax, you call them Jax.
It was Jax.
Wait,
Jax. There's no way.
Yeah, I swear on God.
I'm
Like,
gonna
check
time
the
him out the
VOD.
next time I see him if I
Check
remember
the
this.
VOD.
I might. Well, I'm gonna go time out right now. My
you can
chat.
you can time him out in my chat because he was in here earlier saying, "Hey, handsome."
Jax is chill. I mean, like a common
No, he
viewer.
is-
I
he
just
is
thought it was
chill. But I'm gonna hit him with a
I
timeout.
thought there was a wild comment. He's not gonna even know why he's timed out.
Oh, he is. I think he's here.
But like, yeah,
Let me see. Is he here?
is he in the chat right now?
He was here earlier. He
Jax.
was here earlier.
Oh
Let me
yeah,
see.
yeah. That's what
Oh,
I
he's not
said.
here
Bear's
anymore.
chill. Bear's
He
a
was-
common viewer.
No, yeah, he is
Pops
chill.
in.
But that's crazy,
At the same
dog.
time, that was a wild comment. I'm like, I'm not gonna even acknowledge that one, especially coming from Jera of all people.
You say as we're acknowledging it. Okay.
Yeah, well, I acknowledge it today. Like, I forgot to mention it to Jay after.
Okay. Let's
Remember,
move forward. Let's
W-
move forward.
Jade, yeah, we'll move on. But Jade also
I
just got raided by Greeks, so it's another reason I didn't want to acknowledge it.
Okay.
Like this
The
raid just
cage.
came in.
The cage. How are we feeling about the cage?
Cage is like a great POI. You think F?
I say F.
What?
I hate it.
He's just such good. But yeah, but you hate it. But like, it has such good loot. Like, it's center map, good rotation, contests that go down there, electric. TSM won at X Games there. That actually was their first game. It was at Cage. Now that I think about it, first game win with the 1v1, or maybe that was Poland. I don't know. Either way. Either way.
I agree. F.
No, it wasn't Cage though. It was Bridges before. That's where I think it went down.
I agree. F.
Win.
Harvester.
think
How do you
F?
feel about Harvester?
Okay.
Screw the
We'll
cage,
go
dude.
F.
My friends, if you ask my friends, they would literally tell you I wouldn't land at the cage if they went there. I would land somewhere
Island
else.
Boy also
I-
says Cage is F. Okay.
I
One
hate.
F.
I hate.
Harv-
You actually
Harv
did
is-
time him out for 600 seconds. Jeez.
Yeah,
Yeah,
10
it's like
minutes.
5 minutes or 10 minutes. There
10
we
minutes,
go.
yeah.
Fair enough. Okay.
I feel like, am I wrong to say that Harvester is like the most B tier POI to be introduced into the game? Like, I feel like it's just pretty average, at least in its current
Honestly,
state.
I'd put it like D tier because it had that one goated era, but before
Yeah.
and after that, I don't think it's good. And it has the same issue for me with Turbine, where like I don't enjoy rotating to the middle of the map and having to fight there. Like I don't really enjoy it. I don't know.
Yeah, but outside the goated era, it's not as good as it used to be, but it's also not that bad.
Well, yeah, it's not like terrible, but the
That's what I'm
like
saying,
I would say
D
it would
tier?
it would be C tier, but my personal
C.
opinion drops it to D. That's where I put it D because I don't like fighting there. I really despise fighting.
We're
at
even
Harvester.
putting these Broken Moon POIs over it. Like, we hate Broken Moon, and we got like three.
Yeah,
like,
but
three
I would
maps there.
rather fight at those POIs than Harv. Like I don't enjoy fighting at Harv.
I guess like
personally.
I have a tough time like trying to break away from thinking about comp, and I just think in comp like it's not a bad POI. Like, it's not a horrendous.
But it's
POI.
also
I
not
take it
great.
over
Like
a lot
even
more.
even its goated era, when I was at Champs, I was talking to Privacy, and he was so upset at like the amount of shield spawns that were there. So like even in its like elite moment when it was actually really good, it still had some like pretty big fatal flaws. So
I
Unbetter.
personally agree with low B. Low B. Like on the
B.
back end. Yeah, low B. Like I'd still consider it like a good POI. It's still good. It's got a great position, great rotations.
Yeah, I like
good-
it just for the
good
rotation
loot.
aspect at the very
It
least.
used to be better. It used to have
but
better
it's like
loot.
Frag East has great rotations too. It's just
Yeah,
but
but
cheap.
then the
loot
loot's
is
better
way
at
different.
Harvester.
Come on. We gotta point
Yeah,
that out.
the
But even
loot's-
then,
loot's
Harvester
better.
loot is not actually that good. Like the honey loot thing made it crazy, but there's not a lot of spawns at Harvester.
Yeah, but even then, I still say that it at least deserves.
But
to
then
be a
you
B.
also have Balloon right there, right?
Mhm.
Like, where's Overlook? Where's Overlook? Overlook is high C.
I would
Land
rather
Harvester
land-
before Overlook. No? You disagree?
Really?
I think I'd rather take Overlook.
Wow. Okay. It's an interesting one.
Okay. You know what? I can take.
Like I said, I think DZ going Harvester was like it like took it's like if some like rando dude who's not famous all of a sudden gets like their 15 seconds of fame and it just like does wonders for your reputation where
True.
people now like remember you for it, but you were kind of a nobody before that. Like we were
Not a bad
watching
point.
Klain and Nano duke it out for years for that crap. Like come on, dude.
Not a bad
Like
point.
Harvester was not that great.
Not a bad
Okay.
point. Not a bad
All
point.
right.
Not a bad
High
point.
C, below Overlook. Can we agree?
I'm fine with it in C. I'm
Okay.
not going to fight it that long.
Okay. Now this is a controversial one. Phase Driver.
Yes.
S?
Bro, those balls are broken.
Oh yeah, Phase Driver like would be like it's probably
Yeah.
the best POI on this map.
If it's in comp, it is the best POI on this map. You can just
Yeah.
do the balls infinitely until like now
Yeah.
I guess the zone thing kind of screws you over, but
Say balls one more time.
You
I'm
can-
going PP tier.
you can you can spam those balls, bro. Those balls are spammable.
Moving
okay.
on. Barometer.
PP tier. Cool. Lots of balls, lots of PPs.
Like high
Barrow.
C, low B.
Yeah. You get good zone prio to every zone.
Good
Because
good
every zone
POI. Never like
Every
go
zone's
to
on
zone.
Barrow.
I would say like
Yeah.
the biggest thing I don't like about Barometer is once you get to a certain point, it becomes absolute hell to try and play in if you aren't getting there early in a zone that's ending there. Because like all of this all the water that surrounds it on the north side, Like once these areas are filled up in the front, like what are you supposed to do other than try and evac and hope there's something closer inside that's available? Like, that's
Yeah,
the
but there's
only
like a
thing
lot of
that
It's also
spots.
annoying for control. I hate it for control because like no one does anything but just fight for B, and so
Yeah.
like it gets boring.
I like it as a POI. I do like the end games, but I will say it's not the most fun POI to be playing from or playing around. I
Daggle
wouldn't say it's
says,
the best.
"Screw you, Barometer. My favorite place to play." I'm gonna assume that's targeted at Jay, and I agree. Screw you, Jay.
Wait, I said like B.
I
It's
don't
like
know.
low B or high C. And
Okay.
moreover is the one who's you said no, he's talking about control. He's talking about control. And you're the one who said the control thing.
Okay, low B.
No.
Low B.
Screw you,
How about-
Jumba. Yeah, I think low B is good.
Low
Like
B.
I'd take it over like Tripfall, you know?
Low B works.
I'll take it over Dry Gulch at least. I'll take it over Dry Gulch.
Yeah.
I'll say that. Okay. This is going to be a controversial one. Orbital Cannon.
E.
I want to say A.
A. Oh. Olympus Scrims just, like nobody wanted to play Orbital Cannon.
Yeah, Orbital Cannon's ass.
Okay, but the thing is,
I don't even think why is this controversial?
I think that it is the most fun POI, and I know that sounds
What?
weird given how open it is.
That's a crazy take.
I know. I know.
What?
But
What's fun about it?
It feels like there's the best chance for anybody on the lobby to be able to get into it and play in an endgame that goes there. I
Really?
think
Without
that,
I feel like
No,
without
whoa,
a Valk or without an evac tower, how the hell do you get in there? There's so much open terrain.
Genuinely, there is so much open space and covered. Not
Exactly. I'm
covered,
getting shot every time I walk
Here's
over.
what actually realistically happens. It was like one team like actually gets basically all of Orbital, and then like maybe a couple teams are like sitting in the like, rooms underneath. And then there's like the kind of the teams that are like at the donuts, and that's kind of it. Like everybody else is on the outside wall.
I'm begging you, don't give it E because it is not that bad.
It's
genuinely
bad.
really fun.
People in comp did not want to play that POI. It was literally unclaimed.
Yeah,
and
but we've heard Hal's opinions. We don't need to follow them every day. Okay?
Let me see this tier list again. Let me see this tier list again. Let me see what rank are you thinking you're putting it in more over? Let me see.
I'm
You
putting
said
low
like
A.
A.
Low A.
You want to A? No shot.
Yes.
I'm sorry.
It is
E.
Like, there is no
It
way.
is low
I was
E.
looking at I'm like I would have put this above half the teams the ones we have in D, so I was like trying to justify that. I didn't know you said A.
No, A. I'm
No,
saying
it's
A.
E. It's E.
Yeah.
Can I
I'd
get
settle
a
for
D?
I'd settle for the lowest of low
I just want to
Ds,
say
but like
that you just made the argument that it's hard to get into Barometer, but there's way more playable spots in
Yeah.
Barometer than there is in
Yeah.
Orbital. Orbital, there's
We're
like
good.
7 teams that can be up in that POI, and then everybody else just dies on that open space in the wall below. And then
A man
It's
can
just-
have his lovely places that he likes, okay?
you can like it, but
You
it's
can like
E.
it. You can hate it. But
It's like how I love Fight Night, but like in comp, Fight Night isn't even a POI, a BF tier. Like,
Okay, can I at least get low D or no?
no, it's E.
Can I get high E?
Sure.
Thank you. Skull Town.
S.
Not even a question. Yeah.
Skyhook.
Like honestly,
No,
out
we
of
don't,
the
we don't,
pure
we don't, we
nostalgia
don't
factor-
even need to delve into that. We just say Skull Town S, and that's it. All right.
Well,
We don't need
Skyhook's
anything
weird
else.
because are we not dividing into Sky East, Sky West?
Nope, just Skyhook.
S. If it's all of Skyhook plus
All of
Trials
Skyhook.
combined, dude, that's crazy.
Okay, well, we do have to consider that it's still split when we're thinking about it, but like we're considering the whole together, even if
considering
it's
it as a whole
split
to
up.
rate it, but then you consider the fact that teams will split it.
Yeah.
I mean,
think the
even
fact-
split Sky
the
West
thing
Trials
is-
is S.
Skywest
Well,
Trials
yeah, but
is S.
Trials is a separate POI right now. Keep that in mind.
Oh, if they're separate, then like B.
What I would because what I was gonna say is the fact that teams do split it just shows that this one POI is so good and
It's
so
very
big
good.
that 2 teams can play from there and it can be considered 2 POIs. So
I mean,
I wouldn't
we've
say
had-
B. I would consider that as like at least like an A.
We've had lobbies where a team lands Sky East, a team lands Sky West, and a team lands Trials. Like we've had that in finals lobbies
Yeah,
on
several
land,
times.
So
So that's what I'm saying. So like if it's like as the whole POI, yes, when it's split, when you have a team play
Yeah.
Sky West, when you have a team play like split, like Sky West might be a B, Sky West with Sky East might be a B, but together as a whole, looking at it, it's an A because like 2 teams could play from there. So that's how good of a POI it is.
I agree with A. Not specifically because of landing spots, because of end games at Skyhook. I think Skyhook end games are my favorite on World's Edge. Just all
Yes,
the
Sam
buildings
started the
placed.
3 back-to-back wins starting in that and winning
True.
there.
God,
the end game
another
there.
history thing. Okay.
That's
that
the
wasn't-
3
that
months
wasn't that
ago.
long
recent
ago.
jams.
That wasn't that long ago, I know. But still, like
More
all
than
the
3 months, but still.
all the buildings, all the like little ground that players will try and play in. I love how Skyhook games play out, and I always look forward to it when it pulls up here. So I would give it A, like high A.
Okay. Find it, seal it, deliver it.
How
The
high though?
gauntlet.
How high?
I personally wouldn't give it high A. It's not better than Bonsai. It's not better than Launchpad.
Really?
Like,
It's not better than Bonsai?
no, Bonsai was broken. That crafter
Yeah,
thing,
Bonsai
like,
was
dude, like
sick.
the way that people view Bonsai and comp
Listen.
was like it's
Yeah, but
arguably the best POI on the map.
We got to think about it right now, though. It doesn't have that crap.
But here's the thing: Skyhook without trials isn't actually like crazy. Like I said, B personally.
Okay.
Like
That's why I'm
is a
saying lower. That's why I'm saying lower than Bonsai.
yeah. Like I would
I'm not
if we're
saying
gonna put it
B.
A, I would put it bottom of A, below all of those personally.
Really?
I agree with that.
Just
Fine.
because
Yeah, because you don't have
trials
trials. If trials,
trials
are
is what takes it over the top.
Okay, fine. All right, fine.
Trials are
Low A.
it's
Low
it's
A.
too big. Like a single team would never be able to loot all the Sky.
Okay.
Yeah.
Next one, Gauntlet.
Gauntlet. It was fun. It was like that first map that introduced because where you could get guaranteed gold loot. But
Mhm.
when I look at the grand scheme of things, it's like a C. It's like a D even.
Yeah.
I would say it's one of the more fun POIs to land at, even if someone contests you. But can I at least argue for like a high B?
IB.
High
It's
B.
tough because like it's tough because like what is our now our criteria is getting all over the place. Like when I look at B again, like
Half
we
of
got
your
Oasis,
criteria
we got-
has been history lessons.
well, like for Kings Canyon, which I'm literally not even factoring in here. But
Screw you, Jumba, and your history. No, I'm kidding.
I thought it was more over saying that for a sec too.
Gauntlet's not actually that good. It's just like fun because of the jump
It's
pads.
fun.
but,
Yeah,
like,
that's all it is.
Like,
but it's like
I'm-
you could just like play Octane and you get the same fun effect that every other POI on the map.
Not
Like,
to mention when it came out, the jump pads were terrible at that time. So like it was just a death sentence taking one. Like you barely went in the sky and you like lobbed like a few feet forward.
But it's still fun. Come on. Jumbo, you can't tell me that you can't land at Gauntlet and have a good time.
I land at Gauntlet all the time, and I have a
Exactly.
great
And
time.
you
But
can,
we're
but-
talking about
but there's also the non-fun factor. The other team just like posting up at
Yeah.
the other building and they don't move.
airbase third parties. There's a little POI, like it's not even a POI, but like that no name between like Skulltown and Gauntlet. Like I don't know how
Yeah.
to show it. You see like those three buildings. That's arguably better to land at than Gauntlet.
You're
Because you
also
land
gonna
there, you
get-
loot up, and then you just third party Gauntlet all
You're
the time.
gonna get the teams who wanted to go Skulltown or Relic now, and then they like
Yeah.
get scared, and so they go
party
Gauntlet
from
instead.
Relic.
You know,
It's bad. Like it's not like there is a balloon, I think, but like it's not good for rotations. I used to land, and yeah, maybe this was cringe, but I used to land at those three buildings and then just go clean up Gauntlet constantly because like, and that's how I'd play ranked on Kings Canyon.
yeah. There's no balloon, by the way.
Okay, there's no balloon then.
Yeah.
Like it's bad.
Okay.
It's
There's
like-
a balloon. No, there's a balloon at those three buildings. That's so that those three buildings are literally
Yeah,
better.
yeah. It's over to the north. Yeah,
No, it isn't
it's
even
a little
there.
bit north of the
Yeah, it's
balloon.
all the way
It's
Yeah.
a little bit further. Okay, yeah,
All
but
the way
still,
up here.
it's closer to the three buildings. That's what I'm saying. The three buildings are arguably better. You actually get decent loot there.
Ah, man, I don't know. I get that it's bad. I get it, and I
It's
know
your
a
list at the end
third-party
of the day.
hot
It's your
haven.
list. It's your list.
It's our list. This is communism. Okay, but
I will not be a part of communism.
fair.
Used to be a balloon at those three buildings. Island Boy. See, confirms.
Can I go high
Under my
C?
King Canyon.
Top of C.
Not high C. No shot high C.
Bottom
low
C.
Bottom
What?
C.
It's so much fun. Ah,
Like,
But it's like
gotta
also
be like
it's like really I don't feel like it's that fun. Like you just play Octane.
Like,
just play Octane.
there's like yeah,
Ah.
like
It's
there's no
just
shot we're
nomads on
putting.
the
There's no
ground.
shot we're putting market low C and then putting this. I think even Docs. We got Docs. But Docs is a good POI. Should we put it there for the end games being bad?
am I
I mean,
putting
like,
this below
if-
Atmo Station? Fucking Atmo
I, don't-
Station?
I can't answer that. I can't answer that for you.
Like, come on. Like,
I would rather play at Atmo.
what are you fucking talking about?
Okay, we
You'd rather
gotta
land on
decide here.
broken
We gotta
moon?
decide here. Look how many POIs we got left. We gotta keep it moving.
Low C.
There.
We gave you
Fine.
C. We gave you
Fine.
C.
Okay, survey
You
camp we
want
already
A.
know. Survey camp we already know.
did
D.
want A.
We already did
Survey, I'd put like E. I don't think it's
Yeah.
really
the
good by
E.
itself.
Okay,
Yeah, we
we'll
said
just put-
E.
I don't
put it
care
like-
where. Just
I'll put it like
anywhere
there. There you
E.
go. All right, terminal.
Terminal goated Call of Duty World or Modern Warfare 2 map. So Terminal like S.
No,
F.
what?
I just obviously just talking about.
I know. Terminal, I don't know, like D.
Yeah, I would give it E personally. Like it's not as bad as
Sure.
promenades or like some of the other like choke heavy spots, but it kind of has that same problem, and I don't really like it for that. So
Facts.
like
Agreed.
high E.
Put it
Would
like
you say?
right next to turbine, but like
Sure.
right above turbine
Yeah,
because
there you go.
turbine's
Yeah.
worse.
Right there.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
labs.
Is this a Kings Canyon map? I can't even see that.
Yeah.
This is a
That's
Kings
like
Canyon
that's
map.
like
It's
that
the one where you
replaced
take port.
one of the new ones outside
It's,
Relic,
it's
right?
the one that has like the little
No.
portal you go
Port.
into.
Oh
underground
shoot! I
area.
look at that.
Yeah.
I don't call that labs. What is that called again? Different name
Called
for that.
labs. It's called Sing Labs.
Oh, it's called labs.
There's
Well, that's a
technically
goated
two
POI
different
too.
ones on here. There's labs and labs S5.
Yes.
Oh, it's I think it's the same one. I think they just make two different ones.
Yeah, they just did it. Season 5 labs.
Yeah.
That's what they did. They did season 5 labs.
So we'll just put
Why
this
did I
one in
think that's-
PP tier and focus on labs S5.
Labs is sick. Like it was a good POI. Like if we're now, I'm like going back to rank. Like that's like a POI everyone drops at. Like no.
The tough part is it's connected to capacitor though. They're like literally like I probably just kind of merged them into one realistically.
Yeah, I think that's where my confusion was when I was. trying
Because
to think of
I've
that.
always preferred capacitor over just labs.
Okay.
Well, capacitor is like huge, has all the charge towers. Like,
Yeah, yeah.
capacitor is undoubtedly a better POI, but I just labs. So many people drop back, go through the port, and then just try to pick up guns and brawl it out. I don't know.
How fun would you say it is to go straight into
A
the
lot
portal
more
and have
fun
it
than
go?
Gauntlet.
I'd rather do the port 50-50 than Gauntlet.
than jumping on some Octane pass.
I think we should move Gauntlet down to D tier.
Okay, can we just put labs up in B or something so like don't talk
Put it
about
just
it?
like
sure.
Put it C
Sure.
right above Gauntlet, like right next to it.
You bastard. Fuck, okay. Trials.
By itself, it's like D, but
Oh,
if
yeah,
you
by itself.
combine it with Skyhook, it's really good.
Well, like
okay.
that's what we have to look at. I think we have to look at because on its own, yes, but like the fact that Skyhook is right there and you're probably getting it in a calm setting or even in a rank setting, you're able to rotate there. I think it's pretty good. There's no shot we're putting it D. Like it's got to be at least an A.
I mean, I don't think you go A. You put it somewhere in the middle probably,
I'm-
because like I said, if you combine it with Sky West, then it's like goated. But if you're playing it like in ranked and you all just
Okay,
three
yeah, I
land
guess.
trials, it's definitely not actually that good because there's not a lot of loot. So like,
You're also
okay.
getting third party if people hear
yeah,
that shit.
so it's
I-
probably like top C.
I want to argue B just because I think it's one of the most aesthetically cool POIs in the game with the ravens off of the mountain and the like the inside with the trials design. I really like that. So I want to argue just on that point to bring it up to B.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure, like bottom B. I can be
Bottom
fine
B.
with it.
Higher than Foundry.
Sure.
No, because Foundry can be
Aces.
played by itself. and,
Yeah,
like, you're
but
actually
Foundry
good.
is so ugly. Come on.
Yeah, but like, who cares how pretty it is if you got like 3 cells and like gold armor and like, you know, a 30-30 and a P2020.
Fine. Launch site. Launch
Mount
site.
Fillmore, someone says.
Bottom
Launch
A.
site?
Bottom A.
Top B. Top B. Top B. Top B.
Bottom, yeah.
I would agree with B. I don't know where though.
It's
You-
top B.
Why do you say bottom B, Jumba?
Oh no, I didn't say bottom B. I was agreeing bottom A. But
Oh,
like
bo-
bottom A, top B, I'm in there, yeah.
I would put it above Gardens at least.
Yeah, I put it
Okay.
above all of them. Top
Okay.
top B.
Countdown though.
It's different now because they got rid of some of like the things that made it really good,
Yeah.
like the
It-
armor
it
changes
got
because the
worse.
armor doesn't
Yeah.
exist anymore. So like, it depends on what version.
I think we have to look at the most recent version.
Yeah.
I
Bottom
think we're in the most
C.
recent version.
Bottom
Dookie.
C, really that far?
Without the armor thing, it's like, yeah, it's
Really?
fast.
Even with armor like peak, it would have been B.
Okay, but not Jump, but Jayhawk. Are you gonna say that Countdown is worse than Gauntlet?
No. Well, for the record,
wouldn't
I
say-
didn't put Gauntlet.
I wouldn't
there.
say
You
bottom C. Yeah, it's also true.
So like here, do you want to hear? Okay.
did. Just
Okay.
so we're clear about this, like you put it there.
Oh, it's still in there. Geyser.
Geyser's actually better than it used to be now because they got rid of the whole ring console thing that sucked for Geyser. So I don't know, like bottom C, top D.
Honestly, I consider Geyser like the most C POI in the entire game. Just like the best example of a C. Like it's not
Yeah, I think
bad
the
at all, but it's
guys
not
are.
that good at all either.
I think it even got an indirect buff by removing armors. Funny enough, like as we're talking about like countdowns, like how it got nerfed from that, because like the problem was I felt like you were always walking out a geyser with whites, and now everyone else is too. So
Guys, I'd like to make a proposal here,
Mhm.
not related to Geyser. I think
Okay.
the fish farm should be higher than D tier.
Why?
When I'm looking at the list of POIs and C, fish farm is better than every single one there. Like it's
I was kind of sitting
So-
here and not just specifically at fish farms, but I was thinking like some of these C tier POIs I think need to even be knocked down.
some of these C
potentially.
tiered POIs are
fight
like
for it.
heavy mid, and fish farms was actually like pretty good. Like I know we put it low because we didn't like the end games, but like it was actually still a really good edge POI.
Yeah, our criteria has also changed significantly to
Yeah,
the POI.
Alright.
We factored a lot more stuff in before.
I'd
Okay,
put fish farms like mid D or mid B.
I do gotta I get that, but how much do we want to change given the fact that we're at 2 hours and 20
That's
minutes?
the
We still
only
have
one that I'm
matches?
arguing to change for.
Okay. C.
You
then
also
for
did
this?
like that one higher, I think.
Or you want B?
Moreover,
Wait, which one did you want?
I'd put like mid to low B.
Really? This okay? Would it be higher or lower than Barometer?
Lower.
Lower for sure.
Okay. They kind of.
But I mean, like, you know, like there was a lot of great teams that were landing fish farms because like it did have a lot of great loot.
Mhm.
You know, I don't know. The fish farms was just really good. So
Okay. Okay.
Real
Now-
quick, Zagel, it was just that in the middle you could have opened up the center and it would have like purple and blue armors at countdown. And now with armor not being like you don't pick up armor off the ground anymore, it's redundant. Like it doesn't happen anymore. There's no armor on the ground, so you wouldn't have to pick it up. So
Yeah,
it makes
Yeah.
it worse.
That's what really happened. All right.
what do we
Geyser.
say? Geyser C. It's like it's pretty mid.
Like here.
I don't care where in the middle. Honestly, the only time
Yeah.
that I actually argue placement is like S through B.
That's
yeah,
fair.
yeah.
Okay.
Especially because like C is getting so big now that it's like it's kind of it's an amalgamation. Everything as long as everything's at a gauntlet
So
that I care
on
about.
that, how do we feel about salvage?
I really liked landing there and ranked, but they're honestly no salvage isn't even up there. It's not on the map anymore.
What?
That's
Oh,
that's
wait,
like
yeah,
rig
I
up
remember now.
there.
No, I'm
Salvage
thinking
was
the
the
wrong
one
one.
where
It's
Relic
here.
is now.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah,
It's
it
an
doesn't even
older
exist.
version. I know this because me and my boys used to land there all the
D
time.
then. D.
It was like super duper fast to loot and everything, and it was fun. But honestly, like it's actually only viable if you're playing competitively. If you like, we're probably double claiming with market. So yeah, like low D, E,
Yeah.
somewhere around there. I enjoyed it, but you know that's just my personal bias.
Like I'm not remembering. Salvage.
Remember season
just-
5.
Remember when there was that big floating skull?
Oh yeah,
It was right next to the big floating skull.
hated it.
What sucks for this is what replaced Skulltown. So I'm gonna say bottom
Yeah.
D.
Hated it. Agreed.
Actually, I enjoyed it, but yeah.
I liked okay dropping there it actually had some decent end games. It had decent loot, but I hated it because it replaced Skulltown.
Yeah,
Yes.
sure.
It's like
Okay.
personal vendetta.
Capacitor.
Bottom
POI.
bottom B.
Bottom
like
B.
capacitor.
Really? Okay.
Capacitor's good.
I like it too.
But if we're separating labs from it, that's why I'm putting B. If labs was a part of it, then I think it's higher, but we're not. So
Okay. Yeah, I would agree capacitor.
Yeah, I'd say like mid B at least because the charge towers are pretty cool.
I'd say
and I've just
I'd say it's
think,
better
like,
than containment.
the only
Ooh,
problem is like too many people drop there.
I'd rather go containment.
No, not
personally.
containment. Not containment though. Not better than
I'd
containment.
take it over swamps.
Okay, so
Yeah.
right here,
Yeah,
I can agree
sure.
with that. Really, you think more people land capacitor than containment, Jumma?
I think. it's
No, more people
prob-
land capacitor because like it's bigger and there's the
Okay.
charge towers, but I think
highly
containment
disagree.
is better.
I highly disagree, but okay. Landslide.
D.
Strafing flame tier.
Better
s-
now than it once was, but
Do we do B for Black
And it-
Hand?
no.
No,
That's
because they're legends now.
Yeah, that's L for Legends.
It has developed like the same thing Jay was saying though about Harvester, where like you see teams landing there now because Black Hand kind of like showed it's viable. But
for a long time, like it was
yeah,
only
it's
relevant because
bad.
crypto could get ring console. So
Yeah.
like and that's not actually related to the POI. That was just a
Mhm.
character overcoming the fact that it didn't even have one. So it was pretty cheeks for a long time. So I'd go like D, and that's because I
Yeah.
think Black Hand and Crypto have carried the legacy of this POI up to D.
Would you say above
Yeah.
core, below stasis?
I'd say above Salvage.
Not
Core is
above
better
core.
than Landslide. Core is, if you're landing a core, you are way better off than Landslide. You know what I mean? Like, there's way more loot.
Yeah, but it's just
Yeah.
I would
There's just,
rather
like-
I would rather fight in landslide than I would in core.
Like Landslide though, they play like this is like pretty well noticed, but they play Watson. They'll play certain characters because of the lack of loot and how
Yeah,
bad it is.
the
So
POI historically has only
Like, if you've
been
gotta-
useful because you have to play certain characters to overcome how bad it is.
yeah, you have to
Okay,
play
okay.
around it. Like so, like if that's forcing you to do certain things, it's gotta be bad.
Every
What is
team,
CP tier,
What is
exactly what
uh,
it sounds like.
What do you think it is, buddy?
Think of imagine what
just look
carrier
at
looks like.
the POIs there, and think about what they have in common. Carrier, Icarus, you know,
Rift. What does Rift look like? Phase Driver might throw you
Phase
off.
Driver, you
But
know,
They
just
look
think
like
about
penis.
What you can get.
Rift.
Okay. Staging. How do we feel about staging?
Uh,
It's
I have
not
a
as bad
complicated
as it
relationship
used to
with
be.
staging.
It's not as bad as it used to be just because the beacon changes have finally made it so it's not like
Well,
awful.
it used to be goaded, and then it was bad.
Yeah.
And now it's okay. And it was goaded
Yeah.
because of the ring console stuff. So I would give it like C. It's just kind of in the middle,
Sure.
Just like in the middle.
but
of
Sure, I
better
agree.
than Geyser. For
Better than
sure.
Go-
and better than Gauntlet.
There. Blind. Am I in C right now?
Go
Yeah,
up
you gotta go
more.
higher. You gotta go up one.
Alright,
Right there,
you
sure.
go,
Okay,
sure.
right
That's
there.
perfect.
Right.
Perfect.
Right there. Where'd it go? I don't even see where it is.
You got
It-
it. You
it
got
went
it. Don't
right
worry.
by
As long as,
artillery.
Okay.
report.
That's not bad. That's not bad. That's a good spot. All
as
right.
long as it's better than Gauntlet.
Stacks. How do we feel about stacks?
Okay, well, this is another tough one because I just always mentally associate that with
Big mod.
Yeah. Okay, we'll do both big mod and stacks at the same time. So how do we feel about big mod and stacks?
Together, S.
Yeah, together as one POIS.
I also see Lava City in there. I think Lava City and Stacks are the same. I have no difference of opinion between the two.
All right. Let's say we were trying to
Yeah.
add their grades together. Which one would be the higher of the two? Stacks or mod?
Stacks, probably. There's more
Okay.
loot.
Would you say
Mod
like,
does have the guns, though.
Yeah, I was just trying to think of like what's better for you.
The reason
And
I
think
say
you play-
Stacks is because usually if there's a contest, the team who natively claims the POI will take Stacks side. So that's why I say Stacks is better.
Okay. What? Okay, I got an idea. Why don't we put stacks mod both in A, and we come to the consensus that together they're S.
Sure.
Okay.
Sure.
Let's go like.
You'd have to
mid
put Lava
A?
City there too, because it's basically just the same as Stacks.
Yeah,
in my
yeah,
opinion.
yeah. Agreed.
Where's mod?
Lava
Where's
City's
mod? Where's
the
mod?
middle
Third
bottom.
row.
Here we go. Lava City.
There's Lava
We'll
City.
put like mod in between if I can find it.
Is
Mod.
mod on here?
It should be.
There's another Mirage Voyage. Big mod is first row, like fifth one, but next to Mirage.
There's another
Sixth
Mirage
one, sixth
Voyage.
one.
What?
Yeah.
Okay.
Put
Now-
the other Mirage in, I don't know, where the other one is, right next to it.
Where do we even put
We-
that?
we-
It's S, so we put an S.
Nah. We're not gonna put a second one. Okay, it's fine.
Okay.
Yeah, we should
The
keep it,
the
bro.
rig on Kings Canyon is
rig.
next.
Uh,
Which one is
E.
the
It's top right
up here?
corner.
Yeah, the one I was thinking it was.
Yeah.
I'd put E too, honestly.
I feel like contesting sucks because people will land in the middle and hold it, and the other team will land on like the building just south and hold height, and they just poke at each other, and it's corner of the map. I don't know. Loot's like okay, not amazing.
The
I'd
only
rather
time I-
land faster.
The only time I land there is when I go AFK, come back, and realize the ship has ended, and I'm now out of it.
Okay, fair. Rig in E. I would say high E at least.
Sure.
No,
I don't
Like,
care.
Better than turbine.
Sure. Yeah, just because I
Okay.
don't have any rotational issues with turbine.
Ooh baby, lava siphon.
S.
Ooh, you're going S? Even like now, like when you hear teams saying they want to move from it and everything like that?
It doesn't erase the fact that every LAN except for Split 2 playoffs was won by a team playing out a lava siphon.
Has it actually? I've never even factored that in.
Reignite did.
Why have I never thought of that?
Then DZ did. Then
Rig
TSM
played
fixed
there?
it. Yeah, they did. They did.
Damn.
because
Okay.
Sentinels wasn't goaded, and Sentinels was the NA team who took it, so nobody really challenged them for it. They just got it for free on LAN.
Damn.
Yeah, that they were split dropping on Stormpoint, but
I
they
didn't.
played Siphon. Yeah.
I forgot that like Siphon was even important in that split
Yep.
2 playoff.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah. I
So
feel like there's no other way to ship that than other than
literally,
maps. Are you kidding me?
DZ Harvester is the only other team to ever win a LAN, and
Okay.
that wasn't Siphon. So
I'd like to make an argument. And I know Lava Siphon is better than what I'm about to say, but I'm going to talk fun factor again. I feel that between the two POIs, Lava Siphon is worse than Sorting Factory.
Sorting, I mean, I'd put them both S. Sorting Factory was really good too. So
One factor is pretty
What I
goated,
want to
but, like,
argue is Lava Siphon at the top of A, given its competitive
no,
power.
it has to be S. It has to
on.
be S. Every
Okay.
single LAN except for one has been won by a team playing Lava Siphon. Like, we can't ignore that history. I don't care about the fun factor or ranked or anything. That one competitive fact overcomes everything.
Damn.
It is S tier.
So out of curiosity,
Mhm.
when you think about this in relation to Gauntlet,
Yeah.
Yeah, go on.
Yeah. No, that was just a
Okay, just
That's
want to make
it.
sure. Thank you. Fine.
Like, here's the crazy thing that I would actually argue. Outside of the fun POIs, like a Skull Town or a Capital City or a Frag, like those kind of
Mhm.
things, I think the most notable POI the game has ever had is Lava Siphon because of that competitive
True.
fact.
because of
And
The
lightning
only
round.
reason
You
the
know,
fun
what-
ones go over is because the masses of casuals always think of those probably first, but then once those are off the table, Siphon is going to be the next one off the table.
Siphon's pretty fun too.
Actually,
Siphon
We
okay.
can't deny that.
Before I even like knew that it was goaded like from the comp scene, I liked Sorting Factory, you know, and Siphon still continues that. So
I want to go through this then and real quick. Just see. Do we want to keep Mill at the top end,
yeah,
or do we want
Yes.
to move it down because of
No.
how we're talking about Lava Siphon?
I think
You could literally
Mill's
move Siphon
better.
up a couple like things,
You
like if
wanna
you want.
put
But
it
like
here?
I would keep Mill better.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'd put
Okay.
Siphon there, but I would take Mill better
Alright.
because the fact that they can turbo rotate with the Trident is crazy, dude.
Yeah.
Now, in saying
Ye-
that, where are we putting Sorting Factory?
Right behind Siphon.
I really want to put it in front of it. It's just I love Sorting Factory so much more than Lava Siphon. I know it's worse, but
I mean, I don't have a strong preference. It's like
Yeah, like it's like because they're in the same spot. Like it's
yeah,
not
you can
the
put it
biggest
above,
deal.
you can put it
thank you,
behind.
thank you. It deserves it.
You could
My
win this
beloved,
one.
my beloved. I get one. Thank you.
Yeah, while we do that, knock Gauntlet down.
Listen, we gave you Gauntlet C tier, okay?
I find it really funny that you keep saying we gave you. He tried to put that shit in A.
Yeah, you wanted
to
to
put it in A.
We
Yeah,
fought him-
but,
fought him for C.
we wanted to put it in like D and E, and we gave
No,
you
no,
C. We
he's-
compromised.
Yeah, because he said A. Then he's like, "How about B?" We're like, "No." He's like, "We're like D." He's like, "C." Yeah, we gave him C as not putting in D.
Come on, it's so much fun, guys. All right,
That was the funniest. The funniest part is like, you would put this above. You would put this like in the same rank as Gauntlet. No, I wouldn't. You did. I still love
Yeah, no, and that's why I was like, we got him in Fish Farms because there's no shot Gauntlet is better than Fish Farms, dude. Like, anyway,
map room.
Uh,
How do we feel about map room? Map room.
I like it. I mean,
It's a creative POI. I just don't think it's very well placed
Creative,
POI.
yeah.
I think
I-
it was better before the survey beacon thing existed.
Exactly. I was gonna say the thing about map room is it influenced survey beacons, and now survey beacons are a thing in the game, and so it's kind of weak.
Which makes map room like kind of dumb now.
Yeah. So if we talk about it in its current state, and like yeah, it's it is an interesting POI, and it did some stuff for the game, but it's trash now.
Yeah,
So
like
Okay, I wouldn't say it's
D.
trash. It's still pretty good. Not needing a scanning legend to be able to scan that is still really good.
That's the only
I
thing.
will.
but
I
it's
will
like
argue
the
that.
corner of the map, so like
Yeah.
the most of the scan doesn't actually really benefit you. It's
Yeah,
just like,
it's-
is there a team at Repulsor? Like that's honestly
Repulsor or
caustic
the ravine
treatment.
in the front of you. Like can you? Oh yeah, sorry,
Yeah.
the caustic treatment. You could scan it and get the caustic treatment pretty fast. But Burke says bad position, not big enough, lots of loop. Ship it. Burke's got it. D.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I think D.
that's another thing Shinny's saying in the chat is, and it will give you the next ring. So it gives you bust of both worlds. So you do get that quick information without ever having to worry about seeing a map console or ring or survey beacon spawn.
It's
Yeah,
a
but you're
ranked map.
also like
Just
in
play
the
Vantage.
bottom right corner, you know?
Yeah, but you have the knowledge.
Yeah, but
Knowledge.
think of what if you play Vantage? Take the perks, get both ring console and beacon.
Okay, are you playing Vantage in comp?
No,
Not
but
comp, but you're not playing comp
teams-
on Kings Canyon.
That's
comp
true. That's
teams,
true.
once again, like, yeah, you get ring console for it for free without having to run the character, but you're also like in the bottom right corner of the map. So like a majority of stuff you don't have prio to because of that one fact.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's
can
like the
I-
whole issue Dome has. It's like the bottom right corner. Corners
get
are
to
not good for
Dome.
playing zone.
We'll get to Dome.
Just put Dome in F.
You know what? Yeah, true. Just put Dome in it. Let's just do it right now. We don't need to think about it. Bottom F. Okay. Map room though.
D.
D.
D?
Yeah.
Where do you want it?
Bottom C.
Yeah, wait.
Bottom
Bottom
C.
C? Let's
Nah.
see.
Not D.
We have so much stuff in C though, is the thing.
C is
have a lot
so
of C.
heavily filled.
Yeah.
That's kind of
once
the
again-
whole point. That's the
But you
point.
can just like get survey beacon like any other POI now. That was like its thing. Like
Yeah, and it's in the
Fine,
corner.
fine.
Like
Okay.
I don't think console and survey beacon like are making that big of a difference. It's also a small map.
imagine
like-
how you would feel about trials if every
Did I disconnect?
like
No, it was Jayhawk. It was Jayhawk that cut.
Oh, okay,
we
that was
didn't even
Jayhawk
hear that.
then.
Yeah.
oh,
I was like,
what,
oh,
am
God,
I
did the
back?
stream just go? Yeah.
Am I back?
Yeah, you're good. You're good.
Did you hear anything I said?
Nope.
No, we heard.
I-
Imagine if you. And
I said, imagine how you would feel if every POI got gold loot. Would you think trials is good anymore? No,
I
that's
want
the
Trials
only
not to
thing
happen
that like
anymore.
makes trials. Is it
True.
gets the gold loot.
Okay.
That's the problem with map room.
Top.
let's
D.
move to. Okay, not PP tier, but I really used to call this clitomizer. Just throwing that out
PP.
there.
Put it in PP.
Just throwing that out
Put it
there.
in PP. Put it in PP.
Spotted Lake. Okay, that actually sounds like a PP.
I just want to say for Spotted Lake,
sounds like a PP.
hold on, one of my friends, and it's gonna be PP because of this, calls it Spotted Dick.
Okay,
PP.
there you
That's
go.
why-
It's a PP tier.
It's a reference to some
PP tier.
TikTok video. It's PP. It's.
Okay.
I will say, if it wasn't PP, it would be A tier. Spotted Lake is like
Yeah.
the best POI in that
You
map.
I was also
Brad-
gonna say, unironically, climatizer, pretty good edge POI.
Is
Yeah,
pretty-
I would put it
which
B
contests
if
suck.
we weren't putting it PP.
Yeah,
Okay, Crash Site does kind of look like a PP.
we're just
Crash
gonna
Site-
start filling PP tier.
Crash Site's actually like super good. I'd put it A.
Yeah, I put it A actually. I would agree.
Because Kings Canyon's got garbage loot and Crash Site has so much loot.
I would put it low A, but
Yeah.
probably below Energy
Okay,
Depot, right here.
Wait, drill
think?
site. Hold on.
You don't remember Drill Site?
No, I do.
Drill
I just,
Site
I'm
was
just
where
double-checking.
Countdown was, right?
Yes, where countdown was. Okay, so this is where minus soldier comes in for some reason. That was my POI that I dropped through all of season 3, and season
You've
3
had like
was probably
you've had so many different POIs.
no,
you
on
constantly drop
Olympus, but on World's Edge, drill site 100% was my POI. Just me and my one buddy, we just duo queued constantly, all 90 days. Loved it. Was great. Was sad when it was gone, but it was kind of ass.
D
D, yeah, sure, that's fine. It was ass.
Yeah.
for drill.
I just
these
liked it.
nuts.
I liked it for rotations, and it was a safe POI to play from since we were duo queue, and always had to have a rando.
Okay, I have to argue this now that we've done this.
Drill site, yeah, I do see Burke saying is a PP. I think it looks less phallic than something like Carrier, so I think we do have to make PP tier a little bit exclusive.
I don't think
But-
Drill
Okay.
Site should be PP tier because if we start going that route, there's a lot of ones that we've
There's a
actually
lot-
already said
Okay,
that I
okay,
could be
okay.
putting into PP tier.
I could,
by-
yeah, that's the thing. I could almost make
Okay.
half these
You know what?
POIs
No.
PP reference.
Let's take Spotted Lake out of PP tier. Let's take it out of PP tier. Put it in
No,
A.
I would say take Climatizer out and keep Spotted.
I think
because
take both of those
Spotted-
out there.
Okay,
Yeah.
fine. All right, big.
I-
D
you
for
know what,
Drill Site, how
actually?
about that?
You know what? Take Phase Driver, Clima, Spotted Lake, all out.
But the big balls, a lot of balls.
But they're not big. They're not big. They're just balls. But
You-
like
it
phase
doesn't
ball-
matter the size, Jayhawk. You
No,
can have
I think
any
we need
size
to
of balls you
accurately. I think
want.
we need to accurately represent that Phase Driver is an S tier POI.
True.
Okay, fine.
I
True.
think
I do
PP
agree with
tiers
that.
become too big.
I
It's
do agree
become
with
too
that.
big.
I do agree with
What's
that. Yeah,
wrong with the big
Clitomizer put in
PP?
B,
Yeah.
but
Clima's
they earn
in
2
B.
balls.
High B.
Climate in B,
Like right-
and then Spotted Lake. I don't know where you guys put that.
Spotted, I'd put A.
I'll put like
Also
bottom A.
has the thing where it's just like goaded loot compared to the fact that the map has no loot.
07s who are honorary PP tier.
We need another ball.
these
man.
POIs
We're missing
though.
a ball.
We do, yeah. But you know what's wrong? That doesn't make you any less of a man. We got 2 PPs, 1 ball.
2 PPs, 1 ball.
2 tiny peepees.
The carrier's pretty big. I don't know about
Okay.
that. Thunderdome. Oh, Thunderdome is such a go-to POI too.
A. I'd
Come
say
on.
Yeah, I'd put A. It's not Skulltown, but it's like right below.
A. Okay,
You know
but
what I mean?
it's just as good as Gauntlet.
It's way better than Gauntlet.
How orbital not PP? That's a fucking funny sentence. Not right. Oh wait, he does say hows. I thought it was how orbital not PP.
Because here's the thing, Burke, is if we start going that direction, then
Everything
like,
is a peepee.
you could do it with almost all of them.
Harvester's a PP, core is a
Yeah.
PP.
Oh, real quick.
You
I'm
could
just
do it
gonna
with like command center because you're diving
Or-
into the hole. Same with the pit. Like, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, you can make all of those PP.
Yeah.
So
Capacitor has all the charge towers. That's 4 PPs just right there.
drill site, like, yeah, all these kind of ones would all of a
Oh,
sudden be
yeah.
PP. So
Where did we put
What is
artillery
this?
again?
Artillery? We already did artillery.
Yeah, I'm trying
Just
to
don't-
replace it.
I think
I'm
we
trying
said
to
it was
replace
ass.
Yeah, where did we put it though?
I don't
replace.
know, like E tier or something.
E?
We didn't place it. We couldn't
No,
find
the
it. We couldn't
rig,
find it.
never mind.
Oh, I think we had it.
No,
E.
we did find it. We did find it. There's 2 different versions of artillery.
Oh, so then just leave the one. No.
Yeah, there it is.
Oh,
I
it's
found
And
it,
do
I
the
found it.
same thing we did
yeah.
with Mirage.
Yeah, leave.
Maybe.
Why change that one?
Because
What's
it's the newer
difference?
version. Okay.
Oh,
Let me have
okay,
my
okay,
pick.
okay. I didn't see that. I didn't see that.
Broken relay. Is that a
I
thing
referenced the
right now?
CLG days though.
Broken
Broken
relay.
relay?
I actually don't remember what broken relay is. What
I
is
don't think it
broken
is
relay?
currently.
What is broken relay? Wait, let me take a better look. 1 second.
Broken relay. I think that
Oh,
replaced
wait.
Repulsor.
Yeah, it did. It did. You're right. Man, I don't
So
even
we already
remember
kind of
that.
did Repulsor. It just all it literally did is when the thing fell over. That's all it was.
Wait, no, repulsor.
Was
No,
it not?
repulsor's still a thing. No, you're wrong. No.
Oh, then
Where is broken relay?
I'm wrong.
Oh wait, no, yeah. This is look top right, top right.
Oh,
Oh,
there. Okay.
Yeah, no, that's mid.
D.
Where did we put rig?
E
It's E. Put it with rig. It's
Below?
just that's what it replaced.
or above.
I don't care.
Fair. Caustic treatment. This is an interesting one.
C, high C.
Honestly, I'd put it at like high C. Yeah, definitely. I think high C
High
is a good
C,
one.
low B. I don't have a huge preference either way.
Do you guys
Okay.
like high C, like the drinks? You guys keep saying
I've-
high C.
I've never had high C in my life.
I'm not.
I've
I
actually
don't
never
necessarily
had one
have a
either.
preference for it. You know.
Okay. Would we put caustic treatment above harvester?
No.
So like here, like here.
Yeah, above
Okay.
repulsor.
Nice. Okay. Lava fisher.
Low B.
Yeah, exactly. Where I was
I
thinking
would-
low B.
I would argue C.
I could hear
Because-
that argument
Yeah,
out.
lava fisher, especially nowadays, has such rough rotations if someone is trying to take mirage.
Yeah, it just once again comes with the problem of if we're not combining, then it changes the way you think about it. So
I do agree. Just our C tier's so big.
yeah, I mean, I think maybe everything that's like
The
labs
second
down,
row.
labs
yeah.
down, we start dropping those D tier thoughts.
Honestly, I don't mind C being that big, but if you guys really want,
Yeah, I was
Really
doing it
want.
because Gauntlet's in there, dude. That's why I said that.
yep.
Okay, I agree. Sure,
Not
you want to throw a
happening.
C? Throw a C.
Okay. At least like high C. We'll put it like by
Another
corporation.
high C.
High C. Okay. Solar array.
Low B.
Really low B.
I like solar
Can't
array.
remember what
It's,
solar
I like
array
solar
is.
array.
it's the one right to the north of Icarus.
Yeah, it's
Hot drop is there like all the time, dude.
yeah, it's at the
Okay.
tip of Icarus. I shouldn't have said that.
Just the tip.
Yeah, just the tip. Okay.
It's the tip. Oh,
Uh,
okay. Solar
put it
array.
like-
Yeah.
I'll put
with
it
the,
above Foundry, I would say.
sniper nest.
Sure. I would take it
Yeah.
above Dry Gulch, actually.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, sure. There you go. All right, Thunderwatch. Not technically a POI anymore, but we'll rank it when it was by
D.
itself. D. That's fair.
Two lands, one there though.
Yeah, but the team who landed there didn't win.
Yeah, I know, dude.
For a reason.
In fact,
I do-
Blackhand who had the POI, like the POI thing, like honestly, you guys one
I
of the most
do, however,
devastating losses there.
I do
in
like
File.
Thunderwatch as an end game, so I'm willing to give it like high D.
Sure.
because it is a lot of fun to watch the end games there, fighting up the hill on all the
I'll
areas
come
around
down
there.
from the heavens.
Uh,
Okay, water treatment. Water treatment. That's an old one.
I'd put it right next to caustic.
Yeah, same
but below.
POI basically. Yeah,
Yeah,
agreed.
basically.
Because it doesn't have the gold.
Less loot.
Where did I put
Yeah, it
caustic?
had less loot, worse loot.
There it is.
Sure,
C
yeah.
tier. Who would have guessed?
No, C tier. 2 full tiers.
I said that's what I said. I said C tier. Who would have guessed? Yeah.
Okay. I wanna point something out. We have
Cascades.
2 different cascades. This one is the Kings Canyon
That's
cascade.
Kings Canyon.
Yeah, Kings Canyon
Cascades.
cascade. So this one.
Dumba, I'm gonna default to whatever you say here, since you're the
All
expert
right,
on
what's
this.
the history? Come on.
There actually isn't much history of Cascade that I can remember of. I don't remember
Didn't you
anything
say
interesting
your
happening there.
boys landed there though? Your CLG
No,
boys?
no. CLG landed artillery. And they were
Oh.
ass. There. Yeah, Cascade. I remember everyone loves Cascade, but I don't know why. Like, Moreover's the one who said he liked the dense buildings.
I like
My
Yeah,
boys love it.
but-
They don't
I like
even
all the
call it
bridges in there.
Cascades.
Other
They
than
call
that-
it Cascades.
Cascades. Yeah, everyone loved it, but I remember I have a clip of Dizzy in a video of him shooting there. I used it to highlight his wingman skill. That's it.
I thought you were going to say I have a clip of Dizzy calling it ass or something. And I was
No,
gonna be like,
I
oh.
mean like,
I-
yeah, I
I'm willing.
wish.
I'm willing to say it's like a C or D, probably D, just because.
Yeah, I think D because like
nowadays, it's
I think
just-
even like with Berksing, I remember the loop being pretty bad. I don't remember anything special about it. I just people liked it for some reason, but containment's way better.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm
it's
fine
one
with
of
D.
those that just has really gone. So D, put it like
Yeah.
mid D. Above airbase? Yeah, sure. Above airbase. High Point. High Point it was replaced by Zoo Station. So let's talk about the both of them at the same time. High Point and Zoo Station. How do
High
you feel about
point is
those?
D.
Yeah, high points D because like people who had like it just sucked because you had the best teams landing at Elrod right next to you, and Elrod was also just better. So
And
Like-
TSM's at wall. So
yeah,
at the time. So like literally the only thing that saves High Point is you could balloon and then Valcolt. And you
Yeah.
could get really far.
That's true.
yeah,
That's true.
small.
It was really fun to
loops.
watch the like J Lings rotates from there. That was like one of the best parts.
Yeah, it was cool. There was always like even the Valgults around the remember that game that TSM like to get them literally into the split 2 playoffs. Like they Valgult around, drop, and then another
Yeah.
team tries to Valgult around, drop, but they managed to kill that team. It's interesting to watch, but now I feel like our tier list has taken a lot of that stuff out, and we're talking just quality and it's ass.
Yeah, that's true. So yeah, D.
I'd go D.
I keep saying everything's ass. I'll stop doing that. Like
It's
I don't know. I feel
okay.
like that's what it's ass.
I mean, you're talking about POIs. Who cares?
Okay, I'll put it like there, right there. I like High Point a little bit. I just like the. I'm only putting it that high up just because of the rotations are fun to watch.
Mhm.
Hydroponics.
Top B. I think it's like literally the Olympus launch site
I can agree.
where
Mhm.
like launch site has dome and Hydro has that one rando whatever it's called next to it. Is it Elysium?
Elysium.
Yeah, I was gonna say Elysium is better. The thing is, like, you have Elysium.
Elysium
there, which
is
way
way
better.
better.
Yeah.
Now, okay, so hydroponics, we'll put above or below.
Like since we
let's say?
see, uh,
I'd go below.
yeah,
Okay.
below. But like since we're talking about it, since we got Elysium right
Yeah,
here,
Elysium.
where are we putting Elysium? It's like the third. You putting Elysium?
Where did
See.
I'd say D.
Elysium? Do you think D? There's such
I
good
would
loot at
say
Elysium.
I would say B honestly because Elysium is like really good loot wise, and you have a jump tower you can just use right away to get
Wait,
out.
you guys think Elysium better than Hydroponics? I feel
No,
like
no,
better
like low,
teams.
low B, low B.
But that's what I'm saying. You're putting it below Hydroponics.
No, hydroponics.
But
is high
Hydroponics
B.
top. what I'm
Hydroponics is
saying.
better than Elysium.
Yeah,
You
I'm
think,
saying
that's
low
what I'm
B.
saying. You think it's better?
No,
That's what
I
I'm
think-
saying. You guys think Hydroponics is better. I thought Elysium
Yes,
was better because you
I
have such
think-
good loot there and you can loot quicker.
I think Hydro's better.
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah, but Elysium it's the same problem of like, yeah, you can loot quickly, but you're bottom left corner of the map.
okay. C then. C, I think.
I'd go D still. I think
I'll-
at comp it just runs into the same issue where like the team at Hydra is just gonna want to kill you every time. They're gonna want to
I'll
double
forfeit
play.
to what you guys say. Okay, yeah. If we like, it's
You're the
tough. with
tiebreaker right now, you're
Maps
the
that are in
tiebreaker.
comp. No, I was going higher than Hydroponics, so like I'm clearly not the tiebreaker.
You want it up here?
No, just like in between. But like, cause I thought it was better because you can loot. Like, I've never watched it from a comp perspective. I think about a lot of people dropping there in ranks because of the loot being so good, and
Mhm.
like you could loot it pretty quick. And then typically, I always feel like the Elysium teams are the ones that loot fast and they go kill hydroponics. But if you start factoring in comp, which I never saw how that went down, it might be the
Basically
other
what
way around.
happened was it was
So
Bullet L's team, and Yanya and them would just land on them and try to kill them immediately, and then loot it, and then go loot Hydra after.
That's
So
fair.
that's
Okay.
kind of what happened.
High D.
sure.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Thermal station.
High B, low A.
IV. Yeah,
High
at
B,
least
low
low
A.
A. I think it's like
I would say A. I would say
The
A.
only
Looks-
reason I personally say B is I think the loot isn't actually that great there. It's just like there's like solid quantity, but even then it's just like really spread out. Like
What
I don't know.
about-
I would take
yeah.
I don't know. I think I'd argue maybe take launch site over thermal.
I wanna
launch it
actually
over.
say that. What would you prefer an end game in though? Thermal station or launch site?
If I'm the team landing there or just from a viewing perspective.
Just in general. Just in general.
No, not even
What
viewer
kinda
perspective. Of fighting in a fighting a thermal station endgame, I think is easier than fighting a launch site.
Launch site's
endgame.
really hard because there's not as
Yeah.
many spots.
I think thermal
Yeah.
station end games are a lot more interesting just because of how much space there is to work with. Even if it's like this pocket that can be hard to get into, I think it's a very interesting POI. That's why I want to put it on low A.
I'm biased because I only enjoy thermal when DSG plays Wraith. If other people just camp top thermal, I
Okay,
find
they're
thermal
playing Wraith
annoying.
right now, so can we put them in A?
I said bottom A or bottom A top B. I don't really care.
All right, yeah, I'll put it right there.
I personally would probably go launch site above it, but I'm not gonna fight it.
Okay. Bridges.
This is fact. Remember, gospel. Bridges. Everyone loved Bridges.
No, this
TSM
is
first win.
We got Gauntlet and C. We're not putting
Yeah.
Bridges S,
Okay.
dude. What is this?
No, it needs to be down here. It's not that good. Like
Yeah,
it's a
no,
fun
it's
design,
ass.
but the actual area is kind of shit.
Yeah, I'd put it
So-
like D.
Yeah, probably. I will put it like there. That's about good. Okay.
Sure.
This is where we were landing on Stormcatcher.
Where did we put Cenote?
We put Cenote.
I'm not saying
in
it's as
D.
bad as Cenote, but one of the reasons we hate Cenote is contest, and I hate Stormcatcher contests.
I think it goes in D too. I mean, Thunder
Yeah.
Watch is also in D, and to me those felt like similar POIs. You just kind of want both. Like that's
Yeah,
Kinda connected.
exactly.
You know, I'll
So
put
like
I'll
I
put
had a map
right
room.
there.
Yeah.
How about right here?
sure,
Okay,
sure.
that's where I'm
Yeah.
landing. So that's great. All right, tree.
C.
See,
Yeah, I'll just put it next to
It-
Bionomics because they're both
It was
trees.
better whenever it had the crazy ring
The
console rate.
ring console stuff.
Nice.
Without it,
Command center.
Command
lane.
center.
E.
I'd agree.
said E.
It's kind of got the terminal turbine problem. I would put it above all of them, but yeah,
I just
I'd
think
say
it's just not good to play out of, and I don't
It
think like there's like no end games there. You know, you can't end
Yeah.
in command.
well, it
center.
can now.
I feel like if it can, they definitely removed that. Even if because they did say it was
Even
somewhat
with the thing.
intentional.
I've
There's no
seen
way they
some
would have
wild
that.
end games there now. Like there's one that
The-
ends
the
on the height, like that spider.
Was
section.
it again? Oh no, I thought you were talking about the zip lines. Because remember that when Stormpoint came out, there was zones that would end on those zip lines.
It was
That was
broken.
wild.
Okay. Estates.
B.
Estates, yeah.
I'd say
Yeah,
B. Yeah,
it's-
I'd say B.
It's not a great POI, but I think like the biggest thing it suffers from, like from my experience, is just everyone drops there, so there's no loot if you survive.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I would say below
Well, I don't know if
containment.
I'll-
I like containment fights better than estates fights personally.
I would say this is just the comp in me, but if
Yeah.
they can grab that trident that's over at the no name to the left, then it
Yeah.
becomes a lot better. But I'm happy with it in B.
Okay,
Yeah.
right here. Estates.
Wetlands,
Okay. Wetlands.
Fun POI to fight at too.
Yeah.
first land ever won the wetlands. That's the
God
POI.
damn it.
It is though. But like we can move on from that.
And TSM, shout out Golden Boy.
Alright.
Dude, honestly, his voice for that call is absolutely sick, amazing. The only thing that I always find funny about that call is he definitely gets caught up in the excitement and he says something along the lines of like, "This is just a setback for TSM." Like, that's literally not a setback.
Yeah, right. As they're like going into win, like
He goes, but this is just a setback for TSM.
Yeah.
Just as much emphasis as you can on TSM.
Yeah. But
Okay.
like the thing is, if you like don't know what setback means for some reason, his tonation of how he says it, amazing. It's like so
Yeah.
electric.
All right. Wetlands.
Yeah, but it's a bad POI. So
Okay, the thing is, it's better that it existed at the time than it does now where it doesn't.
I guess, but
I preferred when it was there than when it wasn't. That's the one thing I would say.
oh, okay, I see what you're saying.
See what I mean?
I still think it's D.
Yeah, I think D.
I'd say D. Probably like mid D, like here.
Sure.
Okay. Hammond Labs.
F.
This sounds
Yeah, agreed.
personal.
Yeah.
It is.
Hammond Labs. F.
Yeah.
I
F,
think
sure. Look,
this-
Burke F.
Why would you make a center point of the map so open and so easy to snipe from?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Yep.
Hammond Labs. Easy.
Actually, he said promenades tier, which is kind of valid because it suffers from the same
True.
issues.
True. You know what?
Sure. I wouldn't
There
fight
you
that.
We were gonna leave that exclusive, but no, it kind of is
No,
valid.
I don't. Yeah, I don't think it's as bad as Promenade. I think F.
Okay. Yeah. F. Sure.
At the end of F.
Because I was gonna say honestly, I don't like Turbine more than I don't like Hammond. Like,
True. But
is it better than Coastal Camp?
oh yeah,
We'll
Coastal
work it out.
sucks. It's better than Gale. It's probably
Yeah,
top
but
F.
I'd rather be around Gale than I would be around Hammond Labs.
I don't like fighting.
Well,
for them.
but think about like you know how we hate Turbine, but you land at Turbine. Like if you land at Hammond, it's probably fine. or if you
but-
land at like pretty much everything that's an F, you suck.
Okay.
Except for maybe
well,
Cage, but
I refuse
that-
to put it above Refinery though. I'm good.
That's
right
fine.
now.
That's fine.
Okay.
The
Sure,
tough thing
yeah.
is just the tough thing is factoring in more than just landing there, like fighting there at any point of the game
All
after
right.
landing there sucks.
Next one we're talking about is Relay. What do you
Relay.
think about Relay.
wait, didn't we already do Relay?
No,
I
different
thought
one. Broken Relay. We're not doing Relay.
Where
I don't know
I'll
where
just
we
put
put
Broken
Broken Relay, but I just
Uh,
think Relay's bad.
just wherever
Yeah,
we
just
put
put it with
Relay,
it.
just put it there.
Or just
It's
leave it,
in-
like because
it's
we already
in
talked
E.
about it. I think
It's
it's
in
an
Yeah,
easy
yeah.
thing.
We'll just put it down here. All right, the
Yes,
wall.
like it's just another.
The wall.
Bottom B.
I wouldn't put it at bottom. I think it's better than like Trials, Foundry, and Dry Gold. I just don't.
Well, not like the literal
Yeah.
bottom, but like like I
I'll put it,
think
like,
it's
here.
I
it's
think
around
it's better
like
than it's got to be better than Fish Farm.
I was gonna say around the Barrow range.
Like
you know,
better
Yeah.
than Barrow. Like you think you're taking like I don't know.
Probably better
You're
than
taking
Well,
swamps.
The tough part is they've nerfed it a lot over the years.
Yeah, I guess
It
okay.
used
I
to
keep
be
forgetting
better.
that like we got to
Yeah.
think about like the current state now. We
Like
gotta think
current
of
wall
current
is
state.
not TSM wall. I gotta
Yeah,
think
yeah, we
current
gotta think
wall
current
made
state.
TSM leave.
Yeah, we gotta think current state.
I'm
Current state.
kind of
Okay.
thinking here because I'll do a jump up for a moment. I love that second TSM win on Champs where it was like Dojo.
Yeah, it's still good.
Dojo and TSM pushing. I think like the end games there are still more interesting, so I'd be willing to put it here.
Sure.
Okay. Cascades, the Storm Point one.
Cascades is hard because it used to be like elite and now
Yeah.
it's kind of mid.
Sucks.
I would
Yeah.
say high D personally. I think
put
high
it
D.
high C just because historically when Stormpoint dropped, it was like elite, dude. Like that was
Yeah.
one of the best, like maybe outside of Mill and like
I don't.
Lightning Rod, it might have been like the third best POI.
Are you gonna
Okay.
tweet a picture out about this? Out
Yes.
of curiosity. Okay. I will be making it clear that we did not like the not all of us carried on that gauntlet pick, because I could not put Cascades below gauntlet.
No, I'd put
Okay.
it like literally probably above everything in C.
Up here?
Yeah.
I can agree with that.
Like I
I-
said,
okay.
just
I've
because
landed
of the early
Cascades.
part,
Yeah.
it was so good.
We're
And now
using
it's
history now,
Pretty
Jayhawk.
bad. Well, I'm just thinking of like I've done that for every POI personally. Like I try to think of like if it had like crazy nerfs or crazy buffs at some point. I don't want to only think of the current version because a lot of these POIs don't exist anymore. You know?
Yeah.
That's fair. That's fair. Okay. Top of Cascades.
cr-
Top up C. C for Cascades. Hey.
Grow towers. Okay.
Grow
You want
towers.
to talk about a PP type of name? A grow
we put it
tower?
in
Are you
PP?
kidding me?
we
Like,
put it
the
in PP?
name is Grow
I
Tower,
feel like we got to put it in PP. It also gets called titties.
and it gets called titties,
Put it in
which
PP.
aren't anywhere close to PP, but still.
It's called Grow Tower.
But that's what I'm
Like,
saying. No, that's
what
I'm saying.
more
Grow
do you
tower.
want?
That's what I just said. I said that 2
Okay,
seconds
I
ago.
know,
don't.
I know.
Okay,
Grow-
but I don't like the idea of something growing and then being twisted like it is on the towers. I really don't like that thought.
It's gotta be PP. I don't know what to tell
It's
you,
true.
man. That's
But
what
then
it
we
is.
also have something in there called blue balls, which
That was you
Kind of-
too. So
What? That
don't
wasn't
try and
me? Who
shame
was that?
us.
Yeah, was
no,
that
no,
him?
I'm saying that's
Oh,
moreover.
But
So
see, when
he
you point
can't.
at your camera, all I see is you pointing at me.
He can't shame us for any of these other ones because he is the reason that Rift is there. I called it Bubble, and all of a sudden he decided to call it Blue Ball. So
You could give your unironic tier if you want, moreover, but it's definitely a PP
it's
tier.
definitely a
2XP.
PP tier.
It's definitely a PP tier. The name's Grow Tower.
It's over.
Name's Grow
It's over.
Tower. It's called Titties. Like there's multiple names that are like that.
Okay, Slum Lakes. Let's just move on.
Like D.
I wouldn't say Slum Lakes is D. It's one of those like additions to Kings Canyon. I wouldn't say it's that bad, especially since we put Crash Site and Spotted Lake.
Well,
Oh wait, no,
that's
Slum,
'cause
oh, no,
Crash
Slum
Site
Lake's
Spotted
Spotted
Lake.
Lake. Is Spotted Lake.
Yeah, Spotted Lake replaced
put it below,
Slum Lakes.
yeah.
Slum Lakes was like the way worse version, where Spotted
That's
Lakes has
true.
like
I'm
go to loot
remembering it
now.
correctly.
I am also sorry that I keep yawning. You're probably gonna have to cut that out of your video.
I didn't hear any of your.
No, you're
yawns.
not hearing me, but you're just like you can definitely see I'm
Oh.
letting out some of the craziest big yawns.
You motherfucker! You just made me yawn.
That's whatever.
God damn it, man! You just made me do it. Now,
Yeah.
now it's becoming a bit. Thanks. Okay.
Okay, Slum Lakes, where are you guys putting it? I agree with
I
whatever you
said
said.
D.
You didn't know. You don't even know what he said. You just said I agree with whatever he said.
Trying to get on to the next one. We're at the
Okay.
tail end
We're
here. It's like
almost
1
done.
a.m.
It's. I didn't expect this. to
Just
be-
put it in D for God's sake. Moreover, we both agreed.
checkpoint. Checkpoint. Checkpoint.
Like B, it's like
Yeah,
a
it's-
super
We're just
mid.
so done.
Yeah, mid B.
It's like mid B.
Okay, above estates, just design wise, since or no,
Sure.
Sure.
we're just
Yeah,
over with.
lower than containment. I'd
Get
agree.
this
lower
over
than
with. Get
containment.
this out of here.
Gardens to X2, Olympus Gardens.
Like top C.
Really, a
Yeah,
top
it's a good
C.
POI.
I would put it right next to estates. I think it's about the same as estates, personally. I would say it's about the same.
I
as estates.
don't like playing end zones at Gardens though, because the team that sits on height.
Mm-hmm.
That's fair, but can I high C?
Yeah, top C. That's what I said.
Top
Oh yeah, you
C.
did say. Okay, is
I
it
know
better-
it's late, moreover, but come on, man.
yeah,
How
for
long
real.
have I been recording? I've been recording for 3 hours and 10 minutes.
It's been a long time. It's been a long. We
didn't
spent
even-
way
Wait,
too long on like the
you're
first.
recording the early.
Yeah,
This
I'm
happened when we
recording
did that
this.
ranking stream too, Jay.
But
No,
at
I
least
know,
that
but like,
one.
for this, I would have just used the VOD because like you're not like getting a lot of movement, so it would have been like high quality if you just used the VOD.
Yeah, you can just download the
Fuck it,
VOD.
I recorded it. Whatever. Anyways, runoff. How we feeling?
Uh, runoff was pretty cheeks, no?
Yeah,
Like C, like
I don't even-
C.
D.
I'm forgetting.
It's the one right above airbase, right to the left of pit.
Oh, okay, yeah,
It's-
yeah.
okay,
It's too
it's
spread out.
It's better than airbase, so I put
Sure.
it higher than airbase. So in
Yeah.
at least high D.
I mean, airbase is D. I'd go C.
Yeah, but I wouldn't call runoff better than Stormcatcher, Thunderwatch, or Elysium.
Well,
Okay.
Elysium's not even a solo POI, and Stormcatcher and Thunderwatch are also not solo POIs.
still
They suck
look-
by themselves.
I'd still rather land there than runoff, or even play from there.
Runoff's a good POI. I don't know. I feel
Mm.
like we're kind of tripping on this one.
How about
I
like
mean,
bottom
we
C?
go like bottom C. Yeah, we go
Okay,
bottom C.
fine. I'll take bottom C. All right. Let's do the last few from season 19 now. Ceto Station and Zeus Station. How do we feel about those two?
Zeus is A. Ceto's
is-
probably
yeah.
top B.
Yeah,
I could
Yeah.
agree with that. Like they're very similar,
Especially
but I think
'cause-
Zeus is definitely better.
yeah. Zeus is better, but then Ceto's pretty clutch when zones end there. Like, kind of like
It's not better than
and
Launchpad.
if you get that height.
Yeah,
opinion.
probably like here.
Yeah.
Yeah, like there. And then Ceto, probably like above Climatizer.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Now Pylon.
Pylon was goaded for a little bit, but now it's not because they nerfed it hard.
They really did. I feel so bad for that video still. Oh my god.
I'd go like bottom C.
No, okay, it can't be bottom C. Come on. Come on, it's still an A tier. It's still A tier.
No, it's not.
Yes,
It got
is.
nerfed so hard, dude.
No, I will not take this slander.
It used to have the best loot on the map. Now
This
it's
is the
not even
last
like
one.
top
I will
10.
fight you for it.
Where did you land on CC on this map?
I've landed Stormcatcher.
Oh, okay.
Like, come on, it's still Pylon. You still come out of that with like 8 bats each.
No, you don't.
Yeah, you do. I will
No.
fight you.
You two can brawl it out.
Where did you say? You said A? It's definitely not A.
I'd say bottom A.
No.
Bottom
Yes.
A, Jay
I would
says
say-
C.
I would say it's better than launch site.
Let's put it.
We put it in B. That's the middle.
Let's put it in between Dry Gulch Foundry.
Sure.
That's so fucking low. No, I can't.
Moreover,
can't-
it got nerfed like crazy, dude.
I know. Yes, I know. My video was part of the reason it did. I've been told that. I just fuck. It's my POI, man. I love it,
That's fine.
man.
You don't even drop there for CC. Can't be your POI unless you drop there.
Yeah, yeah. You didn't even back it up with your drop spot, dude. It just didn't have a long enough run of being goated. Like if it had like a couple lands
It
of being
literally-
elite, then sure. But it lasted for like 3 weeks.
Yeah,
It
it lasted for nothing.
It lasted for half a season. Fuck.
We got to see Flat go there for a bit, and then fall
It's-
off when they couldn't. when
Yeah, it
was
also
good.
doesn't help that we didn't see any good teams land there either.
Oh, we saw Oxygen land there and do decently for a bit, but then
But
as
they
soon
lost
as it
the
got nerfed,
con. They left.
as soon as it got nerfed and they lost the con, they just dipped and did better at barometer. So it's
The BR Demons losing a con. That sounds like a bad POI.
just man,
Well,
that
technically they.
hurts.
I don't know if they lost. I don't know what the score was, but it was
Okay.
one of those things where they left. So you
All
counted
right.
us a lot, I guess.
Well, we are now here at the end after 3 hours and 15 minutes. We have now ranked every single map in
Oh,
the
shoot,
game.
I saw those last four. I'm like, what are you talking about? Okay, that's.
We already
cut you
did
off.
those.
We did them. We did them. We're good. How do we feel?
I think I just ruined your outro, though. I don't know if you want to say that one more time.
motherfucker. Okay.
Yeah, say it one more time. Say it one more time. Say it one more
Alright.
time.
Here are. Fuck, I don't even remember. You know what? Moving on. How do you guys
You
feel
said
about
here
this?
we are
No,
at the
no, it's
end
over. I'll
after
cut it.
3 hours of.
I'll cut it. Whatever. How do you guys feel about this at the end?
I think the one thing we should maybe revisit is moving Gauntlet lower.
Nope. Did not happen.
I just think that Gauntlet doesn't deserve to be in the class that it's in. I think that, the kid, he's got a lot of effort, but the talent's not there. And I think he's got to be a bottom E tier.
Look at this. I'm gonna do something right now. Here, I'm
Well,
gonna
your
bring everyone real
opinion
close for
is-
1 second. And I'm gonna say this. I bring everyone real close, and I just say this. Me and Jayhawk do not approve of this message with a gauntlet there.
I'm going to get real close. I just want everyone to know that like half of these POIs, I
Oh no, you can no longer hear them because I muted them. Okay, well, thank you so much for coming on by. I actually.
me and said, Jayhawk, you put this POI in C tier? No, I didn't.
I actually muted you for half of that.
This is not getting our seal of approval.
He deleted my
Comments do not
camera
come
too.
after us.
I'm
Yeah, I took-
silenced.
Can't even read your lips.
That's crazy.
All right, well, thank you very much for coming to watch today's tier list. I hope you all enjoyed. We're going to be showing this to everybody as the de facto tier list that no one ever can refute. Otherwise, hi, this has been Moreover. Have a lovely day.
Oh my
I did.